That caught me off guard. That's our intro.
That's our new intro.
That's our intro for the day until I managed to write an official intro.
You're streaming? You started the stream?
The stream has started. At least it should have. Yeah, it started 34 seconds ago. Can you confirm?
Hold on. Give me a second.
All right. This is why we're gonna record this shit as soon as we
Yep,
can.
it is streaming.
Epic. As you can tell by the epic Family Guy intro, we're talking about Five Nights at Freddy's.
How could someone tell from the bird is the word from Family Guy that we'd be talking about FNAF?
Honestly, I didn't even want the bird as the word part. I didn't even know that was a part of it. I just wanted the walking, dancing, rearranging furniture. Babs is shopping. Let the bird out of the cage.
Well,
I wasn't
anyway,
expecting
hello
Peter.
everyone. Welcome to the R&B podcast, the podcast where we talk about everything but R&B. This is episode 20, the Five Nights at Freddy's special.
Yes, it's gonna be a new trend that every 5 episodes we do a tier list. And today
Yeah.
we have, as tier list number 3, we have the biggest tier list known to man. This shit has been delayed, like
So much,
Security Breach was
bruh.
delayed so
No,
much.
security breach should have been delayed a couple more times.
Yeah, I mean, it's all okay now, sort of.
Sort
This is
of.
gonna be a really long one. It was supposed to start like seven
Um,
hours ago,
yeah.
but then I had to go to work, so I delayed it to 5 because I thought I would have been home from work by then. Then, then bad things happened, so that I don't really feel like talking about because I just said it off stream. But whatever.
Yeah.
Especially almost committing vehicular manslaughter on
I
purpose.
thought you weren't gonna talk about that.
Well, I just had to say it. The man was too happy.
Sir,
I had
it's
to let
not
him live.
manslaughter if it was on purpose.
You could just lie and say it was an accident. Nobody would be able to tell.
You just said. You just proved it was premeditated.
Only by a few seconds. Like, is it really premeditated if it's just like last second, fuck it, I'll hit this guy?
Yes.
Well, guess what? Last second was, fuck it, I won't hit this guy. What does that make it?
You didn't murder anybody. You just had an intent.
Is that illegal?
I'm not
Honestly,
sure.
we just gotta spice it up a little bit.
What are
That's
you
not what I meant
doing?
to do. Afton border.
How about we do an Afton tier?
Just an Afton border for decorative purposes. Thank you.
Alright.
Alright. You don't need an Afton tier unless we're talking about. I'm not gonna spoil it. Alright.
Anyways, let's get right into the
Oh.
actual tier list because I know this is going to be a long episode.
Yeah, wasn't there something you wanted to tell me first, or are we just gonna delay that till
Yeah,
next
but we're
episode?
just going to delay that till next episode.
Alright. May as well, we're already starting late, so.
Yeah.
So first of all, let me explain. We're doing 2 tier lists today. One is gonna be relatively short. One is gonna be relatively not so short. Um, so this will take I think at least 4 hours, since again both of us are very passionate about all these games and all these characters. Tier list number 1 is just gonna rank every main Five Nights at Freddy's game. I
We're
don't know
not
if
doing
FNAF.
AR or the
Okay,
books, and the movie hasn't been out at the time of recording.
but even if the movie was out, I still reserve it to just games.
Yeah.
And
We're
then
not
we
going to
have
do the joke games. Like that one time when he released, I think it was FNAF 3, quote unquote, early, and it just turned out to be this game has no pause button or whatever it's called with the freaking FNAF skin over it.
I think he also did the same thing with Security Breach, but it was like a beat 'em up instead.
Yeah, as much as I would want to put that on the tier list, I haven't played it. And I
Neither have
would
I.
like to play it, but
Well, let's be real. Haven't you only played FNAF 3 and 4?
yeah. I've only played FNAF 3 and 4,
Alright.
and you've
Let's.
played basically almost all of them.
I played all of them except for. I can't think of one I haven't played. FNAF World, I guess. But I don't think we're counting that, are we?
I don't think we're counting FNAF World.
You only have the list of the characters, not the games, huh?
Yeah.
Alright, well, honestly, if anything, we'll do what I do with the Call of Duty thing and just like list every game. If we see a game that we think deserves to be on there, then we'll put it on there.
All right.
Let's see. One Night at Flumpty's.
Oh my God. Okay. I forgot about One Night at Flumpty's. Let's just start with the numbered releases.
Games. Alright.
I mean,
First off,
I'm pretty sure we're certain what counts as a FNAF game and what doesn't. Like, I'm pretty sure we've done a significant explanation.
what about Freddy in Space 2?
That doesn't count. Trust me, if the beat 'em up or this game has no pause button doesn't count, then Freddy in Space doesn't.
Alright. Alright. First of all, we have the one that started it all. FNAF
The
1.
first FNAF game.
FNAF 1
Hmm. Five
definitely
Nights
gets
at
a bunch of
Freddy's.
bonus points for
Saving Cawthon's career
saving
as a
Cotton's
video
career
game developer.
and for nostalgia purposes. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
I remember my first time seeing Five Nights at Freddy's show up in my YouTube recommended feed. I was already watching Markiplier before Five Nights at Freddy's.
same
Uh,
here.
um, um, and
I mean, I
honestly,
was more
with
watching PewDiePie at the time.
I was watching Markiplier because I was into horror games. That's what I was into. And one
Hmm.
thing I would watch him play is Slendy Tubbies or Slender Tubbies.
I remember when Smosh played that.
Slender Tubbies and Five Nights at Freddy's. Markiplier didn't even find out through YouTube. He found out through another YouTuber that I also watch named Yammy Mash. I don't know if you know who that is.
I never heard the name before.
I think they used to be friends. I don't know if they still are, but one thing I can tell you for certain is that Markiplier is so much more popular than Yummy Mesh now. So much, it's not even fair
Now,
to
I've
compare
never
them.
heard of him.
You've never heard of him? I think he was on the same tier as Markiplier back then. They would collab a
Maybe.
lot. Uh, we're getting off topic.
Yeah,
Yummy
we
Mesh
are.
told Markiplier about FNAF 1. It was Markiplier. It was either Markiplier or Jacksepticeye that I watched first. All I know is that when I first saw Bonnie in the thumbnail, I thought he was a hippo.
Oh my God! Finally, someone else who thought the same.
I was just like, is Freddy like a scary hippo? I didn't think animatronics at first. Just judging off that thumbnail. Um, what was the first thing you thought of when you saw Five Nights at Freddy's? Like just through that one thumbnail.
That one thumbnail. Yeah, that's like a weird hippo thing.
What I thought is like you're just hiding from these monsters in a closet. Then that almost
That's
kind of
not what
turned
I
out
was
to be true a
thinking.
few game neighbors, but
I had no expectations for FNAF when it first came out. Well, to be fair, I only found out about FNAF when FNAF 2 came out.
what the fuck?
Yeah, I started getting into FNAF when FNAF 2 dropped.
I mean, that was only like a few months later, but still, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was there since
By
day
the
one,
way,
bro. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm eating a pizza right now. Ordered pizza earlier.
From where? Oh, Bradley, did you order a bowl yesterday?
Yeah.
Two of them to be in particular.
Yup.
Hmm. One was a combo bowl, one was a large bowl.
Yeah.
All right. FNAF 1. Oh, we didn't even discuss criteria. So first we're going to based
Yeah.
on how fun the game is,
Yeah.
how good the lore for the game is,
Uh-huh.
and I think that's about it, right? Or unless you can think of any other criteria. Maybe difficulty?
The relevancy it had.
Relevancy. Ooh. Okay. So, good gameplay, good lore. Is it still relevant?
Not is it still relevant, just like how it was when it came out.
I believe FNAF 1 was as relevant as it can be when it came out.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Alright.
Yeah, but like people were like I s- I know we're not talking about these two games, but I'm just going to say I saw a lot more hype for FNAF 4 than there was for FNAF 3.
Yeah, because FNAF 3 was kind of. No spoilers. Um,
No spoilers. The game came out years ago.
oh, no spoilers for the tier list.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to talk about where I'm gonna put a game before I even fucking put it.
All right. So where are we going to put the first FNAF game?
I say give it a good A tier. I think it's really fun and a simple game. A lot of people like to argue it gets boring fast, but for me that's just not it. I like the game. I can play that game infinitely. It's not my favorite FNAF game by far. In terms of lore, it didn't tell us too much, which is why it was so interesting.
Yeah. Uh, just the fact that we all we knew at the time when FNAF 1 came out was there was missing kids, the animatronics started smelling really bad, and somebody was caught but was let go due to lack of evidence.
Yes, that is all we knew. I even
And
I even remember
also they
watching the
killed the
Matt
phone
Pet.
guy.
They killed the phone guy. Phone guy was definitely William Afton. Oh, let's look at the theories that came from each game. How good were the
Oh
theories that came?
yes, yes, we
That's
need the
another
theories.
criteria.
Yeah. Yep,
Um,
phone guy is purple guy.
would Sparky the
But we
dog be
didn't know him
considered a
as a
theory?
purple guy. No, that's a hoax.
That's a hoax. All right. People theorized he was in the game.
Shut up.
But yeah.
Uh,
What
what
else? What
about the
else?
whole 1987 bit when you put that into the custom night?
A Golden Freddy jump scare, huh?
Yeah, and then
Golden
he
Freddy
crashes
did the
your
bite of
game.
'87.
No.
I think because we had so little to go off back then, like all the theories were just trash. So wouldn't it even be fair to rate this game off of its theories?
They were trash, but they were gems. You gotta admit, you
That's
had
true.
some fun with those theories.
That's true. Let's go A tier.
I I agree.
A tier. All right.
You're putting the sign or
Yeah, I don't have any signs in my inventory.
here.
Oh, eh. Just plain and simple.
Five Nights at Freddy's
Five
or FNAF, whatever.
nights at Freddington.
You're not actually putting Freddington, are you?
No. Five Nights at Freddy's. Make it glow, bitch.
All right.
All right. So here we
Next
have FNAF
game,
1. Now there's going to be a
FNAF.
little bit of based. Add an I in between the B and the A. A little bit of based in this one. As it is my favorite Five Nights at Freddy's game of all time. No, I'm not going to put it there yet. I'm going to need your opinion too.
Yeah, based puts it on triple S bias.
Yeah, my bias, it belongs in Triple S. It's my favorite FNAF game of all time. Even to this day, even after epic games like FNAF AR came out, one of the best Five Nights at Freddy's experiences.
Shut up.
It still
That's
can't
not even
compare to
gonna be on
FNAF
the
2.
list.
Also
Unless
including
you.
epic hit games like One Night at Flumpy's.
Oh my god.
Anyways,
So yeah, FNAF 2.
okay. Jokes aside, it is my favorite FNAF game. I just like how it's just a harder version of the first one. I think it's just funner. I like the fact that you don't have to worry about running out of power, sort of. And
Yeah.
I like the mask mechanic. I don't like the music box, but I like it in a way. The only thing I don't like about the
It's good
music
in
box,
concept.
yeah, the only issue with the music box is just that, like, instead of like taking advantage of your cameras and and looking through your cameras, it gives you a lot of good hints. You
Yeah.
know, it gives you a lot of good imagery too, and you're just gonna miss out on all of that because your camera's just gonna be stuck in that one room where
To
the
be
only
fair, to be fair, Foxy kind of does the same thing for FNAF 1.
Yes, he does. I'm not gonna deny that. I'm just saying like that's my only issue with the game.
Okay.
But yeah. So you're always gonna keep your eye on that room, especially since you can't wind the music box without your.
Oh,
I
like
think
in VR.
yeah, but yeah, it's a pretty good game so far. Pretty good game. It's my favorite of all three. It brings back some old characters we already know and love, and introduces some new, sort of. It's a prequel.
It brings back the phone guy.
It brings back the world beloved phone guy who apparently died, but no, he didn't, because this game happened first. You're introduced to one of the best security guards in all of FNAF, Jeremy
Jeremy
Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald.
Definitely the best security guard of all time. Nobody could best him. He is the security guard.
He was just trying to get that 9 to 5.
Yeah, unfortunately, Mangle, who also happens to be my nemesis, that just did not agree with that. Mangle wasn't having it. I believe he was advised to stay close to animatronics, yes, since they're acting a bit quirky.
Yeah.
He got close to Mangle and regretted it. Did Mangle
That
see him
was
as a threat?
uh yes. All of the animatronics did. All they were again acting more hostile towards adults.
Yeah, but do you know what their normal safety protocol were to be if there was, let's say, if they were working properly and they were like looking
And
through
they
the sex
spotted
offender
someone,
database?
yeah, and they spotted someone who was in the database. That
Yeah.
was never explained.
Okay. Because like, what do they do, huh? I just
Exactly.
I'd assume they just
Maybe
call the
they,
police.
yeah, that would explain like the police static Mangle has.
Yeah. But yeah, we're introduced to some characters I love a lot. We're introduced to one of the most important characters in all of the FNAF lore.
Yeah,
Yeah. We're introduced to the least important character in all of FNAF lore.
I'm looking at you, BB.
You just read my mind.
BB, I swear to God, I prefer JJ over you, and she literally does nothing.
I prefer Dee Dee. Uh-oh, how unfortunate. Uh-oh, how unfortunate.
So yeah, I agree with all, pretty much every single point you've had about FNAF 2, but I would not say it's a better game to the original FNAF. I would put it at A tier.
I hate you for that.
I know.
I hate you for that so much. Um, I was on Reddit.
Of
Lore,
course.
lore. What lore
For
does this add
lore,
to the game?
it
So
brings in the actual purple guy.
yes, we're introduced to William Afton for the first time, but we just don't know that's his name.
I remember people used to call him Vincent,
Yes, I remember that too. Um,
and they would
oh,
ship him with Phone Guy for some reason.
well, for a while we thought he was Phone Guy.
Yeah.
So I think
And
that's where it
that's
stemmed
not
from too.
that's not gonna stop the shipping community,
That's true. That is honestly very true. Yeah,
as
he's
shown with the Lorax.
what? I'm not even gonna ask.
You don't know?
No, I've never looked at Lorex ships. It
I'll probably tell you off stream.
it introduced us to a new mechanic, actually, that it affected a good portion of the games that came right after. Mini games.
Oh yes, the death mini games, or I guess mini games in general, since FNAF 2 is the only one that had the death mini game.
Yeah. It also gave us cutscenes for the first time.
Oh yeah, I forgot FNAF 2 had cutscenes.
The cutscenes were really confusing, but they were cutscenes nonetheless. You were inside Freddy, inside the location of the first game, which takes place after the second game, and then every
Mm-hmm.
night it just changes ever so slightly. Then on the third time you see that cutscene, the
The
marionette's looking right
puppet
at
is in
you.
front of you.
Yeah, pretty cool. Oh, how scary is the game? Honestly, I don't think FNAF is scary in general, but that's because
It's
cause
not.
I
It's
played
just
every
more
game.
difficult.
Yeah.
It-
No, I'm
Which,
just saying in general, I can't really rank scary because, well, except for one game, but that's a completely different story
yeah,
that I'm gonna have to get into eventually. But
yeah.
any theories it brought up? Theories it brought up? I think that's where Phone Guy's the killer came in because it looked like he had a phone in his hand.
Yeah.
There was Shadow
Um,
Bonnie. There
yeah,
was
just the
Shadow Freddy.
significance of Shadow Bonnie and Shadow Freddy, even though one of them is way more slight. Well, I wouldn't say way more, just slightly more significant than the other.
Oh yeah, of course. Let's see what else. You think I would know?
Yeah,
Well, at the time it was just a theory that it was a prequel. It didn't get confirmed till much later.
yeah,
Another theory is that so you know how in FNAF 1 the posters were changed to like a crying child?
yeah.
Everybody thought the crying child was the marionette because the tears
Slightly, they were right in the give. uh, What's that one mini game where you
give
have to
gifts,
go
give
around as
life,
Fred? No, not that one. The other
save
one
them,
where you actually, yeah, not save them.
they
The one
give
where you
cake.
actually get this. Yeah, you give cake to a bunch of kids and you see the kid outside the door, and that's when the purple guy kills him.
Yeah,
Technically, it had tears running down its face.
that's true. But yeah, it introduced us to a
I say
lot in
it
terms of
because we
lore.
didn't
It
know the
introduced us
gender
a
of the
lot in
kid
terms
at the
of lore.
time.
So I think
Yeah,
that gives it a bump up to S.
I would not give it a bump up to S.
This is why the N word exists.
Shut up!
For for the rest of them, I'm putting FNAF 2 because I'm not gonna put Five Nights at Freddy's every single time.
Alright, that's fair.
Now we're getting to
Ooh, I wouldn't say controversial because it was kind of like accepted on the public opinion of this game, but Five Nights at Freddy's 3.
it's definitely one of my least favorite ones. Now it's not fucking terrible. Let's get that out of the
Yeah,
way. I don't think any of the games are absolutely terrible, except
yeah,
for except
uh,
for some
pu-
of the ones we're not counting. So
yeah.
basically, it's not
Not Freddy in
terrible.
Space though, right?
Oh yeah, Freddy in Space. It just wouldn't even be fair.
Matter of fact, just put Freddy in Space on triple S tier.
Nah, this is where Freddy in Space goes. Yep, I'm putting him in space.
Wait, hold on. I got a better block for you to use.
What?
Oh my. Here, use Amethyst.
Why?
We already have Emerald. I put it. Oh my god, are you gonna put him at max build height?
I mean, Freddy has to go to space eventually, right?
Oh my god. I'll put the black concrete next to it.
I'm hearing a little song as I'm placing all these down.
Yeah, that's what happens when you place down Amethyst. Or whatever the hell you pronounce it.
How else are you supposed to pronounce it? What?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I've never heard anybody else refer to it.
Amethyst? She's a Steven
Yeah.
Universe character, bro.
You say that like I watched the show. Bro, what are you doing?
I'm making the space tier. And then
That's where you. Okay, space tier.
Freddy in.
Um, there's berries in the fridge. If they them would like some, okay?
Huh?
I said there's berries in the fridge. If they them would like
Freddy in.
some.
Freddy in space.
You didn't even.
Did you hear
You
me?
put.
¿Me oíste, pendejo?
In sp. Oh shit. Oh.
Right? You listening?
There's berries.
For them.
Who's them?
They.
Who's they?
Y'all.
Who's y'all?
That's you.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not a they them.
What? Alright. What do you identify as?
I identify as default.
Oh. I identify as Bush.
Freddy in base. Okay, there we go.
There we go. Freddy's now in space.
Freddy is now in space. Alright. So FNAF 3.
Yeah.
Um I don't like the game. It's very boring compared to the first two. And it's not because
Yeah.
there's only one animatronic. I think the that one animatronic is really cool. I thought he was cool at the time.
Yeah. And also, he's the main, like, antagonist of the series.
Yeah, that's the first time you come face to face with the main antagonist of the series, you know?
Yeah.
One quick question is, you know how you kind of like deter him with sound and whatever?
Yeah.
William Afton's possessed by it, or William Afton possesses Springtrap, who is the main villain of
Yes.
FNAF 3. You
Mm-hmm.
think he'd be smarter than that, right?
Maybe. Well, remember, I think it was in FNAF 2, either FNAF 1 or FNAF 2, where it was said that the animatronics are programmed to follow wherever there's sound. Yeah, it was FNAF 2. Phone Guy says it, and
Yeah,
Phone Guy then states, "Guess what? That's your office."
yeah,
So he would
basically.
follow where the sound would be playing, and the sound is children laughing. Well, the suit would be following where the sound was playing.
Did Afton not have very good control of the spring suit at that time, or like what's the deal with that?
Maybe I'm not saying it had a mind of its own. I'm just saying he didn't have full control over it.
Perhaps, perhaps. I don't know. That just kind of confused me. I'm like,
At least
there's
that's
an
what his
adult in
powers.
there, not a stupid fucking
Yeah,
kid, not a stupid robot. Like, what's he doing? It's obvious bait, and he fell for it for like 7 nights straight.
to be fair, I don't think he knew he was in a horror establishment. He was locked up for 30 years,
That's true. He's doing absolute nothing.
just trapped in that suit.
So basically, what happens is you are a security guard at a place called Fazbear's Fright, where it collects a whole bunch of Freddy's memorabilia, and there's a creepy, goofy animatronic. They said they could barely hear you.
They could barely hear me?
They could barely hear you.
Check my volume.
Yeah.
How do I increase my volume?
Okay. Start speaking again,
Yep.
Bradley.
Testing, testing. One, two, three.
How's that sounding? Is that sounding better?
I'm checking the chat right now. It says low.
Low? Like he's
That's what
still low?
Johnny's saying.
Still low.
Yeah, still
Alright.
low.
Alright, how about this?
Hold on, let me check the stream real quick.
Because right now it's so loud that I can hear my own echo through Bradley's mic.
Okay, so like, uh, I can hear myself. Yeah, it is pretty low, but like it's not as low, like bothering ish to me,
Bradley's voice
at
has always
least.
been lower. Like, because
Yeah.
I listened to some of these back, I've always noticed it's lower. You're gonna drop your sponsorship?
Uh,
It, uh,
Please do, cause we didn't agree to it.
yeah, didn't we have to pay for his sponsorship? I keep,
Yeah.
it's as high as it goes!
Put it higher. Shut up, Johnny.
Okay, it's good now, okay.
Okay.
The voice of reason. Anyways, FNAF 3 is the first game to introduce two endings.
Yes.
There's a good
One of
ending,
them,
there's a bad ending.
and you're most likely gonna get the bad ending first.
Don't you have to play all the mini games to get a good ending?
Yeah.
I
That
don't know
doesn't
how they're
mean
triggered.
trying to play all. Oh, I don't know how to trigger all the mini games. I just know like there's one where you have to collect a bunch of like Phantom Chica cupcakes in the computer screens. There's another where you have to input a number into a bunch of tiles on the wall in your office. I'm not sure
I,
about the others.
yeah. Yeah. I like the game's atmosphere. I can give it that. Except the game's a little bit too yellow.
Yeah, that shit's piss yellow.
But I do like the vibes it would try to give off otherwise. Maybe if the game was a
Would
little more lighter blue, perhaps?
would you go there if it was an actual establishment like Fazbear's
Um,
Frights?
as a Five Nights at Freddy's fan, yes. Um, if I don't know if I would go if the games didn't exist. I mean, I'd be
Let's
like, "What
say
the fuck
like
is this place?"
at Not Scary Farm, it has Fazbear's Frights.
I'd fucking go just because I associate the name Fazbear with memes at this point. But you know what I'm saying? It just really depends on the situation. But yeah, I would go there. I would look.
It's not a Five Below, Mike. Johnny, shut up.
But
No, it's just I'm checking the chat right
yeah, I
now.
know, I know. The FNAF 3, in terms of
Uh,
gameplay, not my favorite game. In terms of lore, it's actually not that bad. It's actually pretty
yeah,
good. It's actually pretty good. I like the story the game tries to tell. Especially later when you realize you might actually be playing as Michael Lafton, trying to free the souls of the dead children. If you succeed, the lights in their head will turn off. Their souls have been set free. If you don't succeed, the lights are still on, meaning they're still trapped inside their animatronic suits.
yes,
So lore, I would get like lore alone. I would give it like a good S tier. It's pretty sick.
yeah.
Gameplay wise, I would put it
I
like a
put it
good.
at B.
I'd put it at C, dude. I'd put the game
I put
itself
it.
at B,
Okay, yeah, I put the game itself at B as well.
but I put
But
the
gameplay
gameplay at
wise,
C.
I'd put it between B and C.
Yeah, the game itself, FNAF 3,
Mm-hmm. B tier.
B tier.
FNAF World Solos. Shut up, Johnny. I don't think we're gonna be counting that game.
I'm not.
However, AR may be different, but that's only because it's lore relevant.
That's true. We might rake AR.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah. Next up, FNAF 4.
FNAF 4.
Probably the one of the ones I played the least.
I probably played this one the most.
Yeah, so you take us through. How does one play FNAF 4?
Okay, so it's very, very much audio based, as you wouldn't, as anybody who at least seen gameplay of it would know.
Yes.
Because again, you're in a house or a hospice, whatever you believe this person is in. You're being haunted by these nightmarish animatronics. You got to go to each door, see if they're there, close the door if they are, check on the closet for Foxy. You know how it goes. Check behind you for the Freddles.
Were they
because
called
for
Freddles or
some,
Fredlings? I remember them being called Fredlings, but I could be wrong.
I've always seen people call them Freddles.
All right.
Freddy and the jump scares. Uh, and then like how, again, this also sort of, well, I wouldn't say it brings back. It also has those mini games, and
Yes.
I feel the mini games told a lot. Like it revealed a lot more lore wise than anything we got from from the past FNAF games at this point. Um,
Are we gonna include in the character list? Do you have? I'm pretty sure you know who I'm talking about included. I'll
uh,
just give you a little hint just in case you don't know.
oh shit. I didn't put him. I'll put him
Put
in right
him.
now. I'm
Okay.
putting him on the list.
Okay.
You take this through while I put him on the list.
Okay. FNAF 4, you follow a crying child named. We don't know his name yet until the security logbook comes out. But you follow a kid, and during in between games, you'll get cutscenes or like little mini games that you can get. What happened?
I was calling you.
Yeah.
There's some meat you could make for
Yeah.
this bad.
I'll make some tonight.
Oh, I never opened it. It's
Yeah.
laying, you know.
I'll make some tonight. Don't worry.
And there's some cashews.
Okay.
But I bought the roasted, the honey roasted cashews.
Okay.
Órale, ahí te guacho.
Gracias.
No hay de qué.
And this is why we're no longer doing these live soon.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy.
So
Leche con coco.
what was I saying? You follow this crying child, which is all we know him to be, and he tends to get tormented by his brother and some friends in this place that we presume is Fredbear's family diner. We we see him get his head chomped off, and we're like, "Uh-oh, is that the bite of 87?"
Is that the bite of 87?
Your dog,
Then we look at a TV in the background, we realize it's 1983.
your dog,
What's going on here?
your dogs are here?
I don't know.
You don't know what's going on?
We say, "What's going on here?" Oh,
And then we don't realize what the hell's going on until sister location.
if that.
Well, at least it confirms which year it is.
Mhm. No other theories it brought about.
Uh,
Probably my least
Go
favorite
ahead.
one by far.
Dream Theory,
Dream Theory.
which we're pretty sure was Scott's original intention.
Yeah, but imagine like all that workup, all that build up, all that background information. Oh yeah, it was all just a dream.
Yeah, we're it would not have been satisfying, and I'm pretty sure Scott knew that.
I think
Well,
any story, not even just FNAF. Imagine
yeah. How would
watching
you
the
feel
John Wick
if,
trilogy. Imagine watching the John Wick trilogy. And it was just a fucking dream. Like, okay.
or worse, it was just the Matrix?
Oh my god. Don't even.
No, what if like you just like you're watching Breaking Bad, and next thing you know, the next scene is freaking Jesse Pinkman waking up in that trailer.
It's funny you say that. Have you seen? Have you seen the one with Bryan Cranston?
Yeah, when he's playing as the dad from Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah. Uh, I don't care what you guys are thinking. In my
That's
head
canon.
canon, that just proves the multiverse theory for Breaking Bad. There's a Breaking Bad multiverse.
Breaking Bad cinematic universe.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and don't even get me started on the other shows that it'll connect to. We've talked about this off stream, but I'm gonna get to it in probably a different episode of the R&B podcast.
Write it down.
I'll write it down. Yeah.
Anyways, Dream Theory.
Yeah. Dream Theory. All that just FNAF 1, 2, and 3 just being a dream. Uh, it made sense at the time. It just wasn't satisfactory.
What about the box?
The box. Now that shit. Again,
Again, let's
uh,
pretend Sister Location and After aren't out yet. Nothing.
yeah,
Like,
we. I don't think Scott Cawthon really had a good idea of what was supposed to be in the box.
I think it was just a troll. I,
No. He stated that the contents of the box have changed multiple times.
exactly.
Yeah. Uh, what would you think the contents of the box were?
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. At the time where FNAF 4 came out, I had already started losing interest. It was my,
Fair. A lot
it,
of people
that
were.
that was my lowest
Oh,
point
hi,
in Five Nights at
Pablo.
Freddy's. That was my lowest point in Five Nights at Freddy's. I just had very little to no interest in it at the time. Like that was my lowest point. That was the least I cared about Five Nights at Freddy's ever in my life.
Uh, I completely understand that. Although I have hit that low before, but it was not for FNAF 4.
All right. Not to say FNAF 4 was a bad game at all. That does not
It
affect how I
wasn't.
see it as a game. Actually, I think it's a very interesting game now. I just didn't give it a chance because FNAF 3 at the time was just
Yeah,
it doesn't live up to 1 and 2. I think the only reason why it's that high is because of the lore it gave, but honestly, as a game, it didn't live up to 1 and 2, and the Living Tombstone song associated with it also didn't live up to 1 and 2.
I forgot about the Living Tombstone songs. I don't know how, but I wasn't thinking about them when we were supposed to be making this stupid stream. Anyway, uh, however, FNAF 3's mediocreness did lead to FNAF 4 ending up being a thing, because let's be honest, it would have sucked if the series just ended on FNAF 3.
Yeah, it really would have. I guess there was a conclusion, two conclusions,
Yeah,
but if it ended there, it would have been a little shitty. But also, if it ended in FNAF 4, I mean, that also would have been shitty because it answered nothing.
yeah, it just brought up more questions.
Yeah,
Which, to be
and
fair, every FNAF game just brings up more questions after answering a bit.
it'll answer like a question or two, but then like throw in like 30 more.
Yeah,
I know I've seen other arguments on especially on Reddit before saying FNAF 4 is like the most confusing lore there is. It just threw everybody
yeah.
off. Everything we
It
knew
was
about
probably
FNAF at the
the
time
least.
was just
Yeah, it was probably the least straightforward out of all of the FNAF games.
for lore as interesting as it
Jesus
is.
Christ, Pablo, keep spamming
It's
the
just
chat.
it just really scrambled everything that we had at the time. So for lore, I'd probably give it like a C or a D for now.
All
In
right,
terms of gameplay, I'd probably give it
gameplay.
closer to S or an A. It's pretty fun,
Same
pretty
here.
interesting. I think there was also like another like little mini game kind of thing where you could like run through a hall or whatever, like a plush trap or
No,
whatever.
you're. It wasn't running through a hall. You were at the end of a hall. Plush Trap was at the other end, and he would freeze if you shined your light at him, and you had to stop him on the red X on the floor.
I
And if
see.
you did that, you'd be able to skip the first 2 hours of the next night.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. But yeah, brought up a lot more questions. A lot. That was supposed to be the last game in the series. Obviously, it wasn't. So
It was the end of the original story, according to the Steam description.
that's true. Which it didn't really end much either way. So,
No, it didn't.
because
That was just a straight up lie. We were
even
trolled yet again.
because even today we're still referring to the first four games to figure out
Yeah.
what's going on now. So, again, lower, give it a C. Gameplay, I give it an S. I would probably bounce it at B again, or
I
maybe even A.
see.
I wouldn't be upset putting it at A, but I feel like it belongs in B.
I would put FNAF 4 in A.
A. All right.
I think this is going to be another tier list where we have a bunch of A's.
I'm watching the chat, Pablo. I'm just ignoring you.
Yes, Pablo, I am watching the chat.
um.
Anyone here cool? No.
All right. All right. All right. Let's see. Let's see. FNAF
Okay.
sister location.
Yes.
This. This is the most creative the game has gotten by far. There's different tasks to do each day, sort of.
It was like a set of mini games.
Yeah, and I think it's also very, very interesting lore-wise.
Yeah, like Mario Party when it comes to the mini games.
Yeah, I think it was pretty fun. I haven't played too much of it, but I have. I think it's the one game I haven't played myself yet, but I did watch Markiplier play it through its entirety. With
Same
my
here.
cousin, actually. With my cousin. I'm actually scared to touch it on console. I have a feeling it's going to be a bit of a pain in the ass with a controller. But it's definitely one of the more complex FNAF games. It's the first it's the first FNAF game where you're not just stuck to basically one room.
Mm-hmm.
You have some form of roaming. It also sort of introduces us to a fella named officially introduces us
Sh-
to a fella named
Schmilliam
Michael
Schmafton?
Schmillion. Oh yeah, that's the first time his name is mentioned.
Yeah.
It's also the first time I believe it's the first time we experience Michael Lafton. I mean, not the first time we see him, but like
This is
it's
the
the first
first
time we
time we
know
hear
anything
his
about
name.
him. Yeah.
Yeah. We
So
know
there's a
that
lot of firsts here.
he's the son of William.
You know, he's the son of William, and he's looking for his father. His father
My
who always
god.
comes. Oh wait,
Back.
that's me.
Okay, later, Bradley. Good luck with the stream. Shut up. No, please stay. Keep putting up more Matter of fact, put jokes in the comments.
I forced Bradley to do that in the security breach stream.
And that worked.
um, I think it's very interesting. I like those Dracula cutscenes. I like those.
The baby isn't mine.
It introduces us to one of the most iconic voice lines in all of Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh.
Are you ready? I
Mm-hmm.
think we both know which one this is, so we're gonna go
Perhaps.
3, 2, 1. Exotic Butters.
Exotic butter!
But it introduces us to some of my favorite animatronics in the game. Um, that being the Funtime animatronics and Circus Baby. I just love pink, so the Funtime animatronics are just right up my alley.
Yeah, that whole pink motif, I'm pretty sure you would buy if there was more like clothing based merch for the Funtime animatronics, you'd buy it.
I was about to buy their plushies instead, but I opted for Rockstar Freddy.
Please deposit 5 coins.
but yeah, it's pretty solid game overall. I think it re-sparked my interest in Five Nights at Freddy's for a while. Around the time Sister Location came out, I didn't even know it came out. I just saw Markiplier make a video called Sister Location. I'm like, huh, what is this? Then I realized it was Five Nights at Freddy's based, and I was just like, huh, that's what they're doing now? Because again, I kind of just, for the most part, ignored FNAF 4 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember what I was doing, but
So, when you said when FNAF 4 came out, that was kind of like your low for the series. My
mm,
low was when Sister Location came out. I'm just gonna say that.
really,
Yeah,
it re-sparked my interest for a while. For a while. And then I kind of went back on my low for a little bit.
I see.
hmm I like the game. I like it a lot. It's very interesting.
Wait, we
It
forgot to mention something.
What did we forget?
The custom nights for FNAF's sister location. When it went back to form and you could when you had to like defend against Ennard, and then after that you had the other animatronics.
That's true. And a return of a special character.
He's here, he's there, he's everywhere.
Don't
Who you
spoil the
gonna
rest of
call?
it. He's a surprise for later.
Yes.
But wasn't there? You entered like 1987 on a keypad or something. And it did something, no?
It was 1983
Oh,
into
1983.
a keypad that was above that plush, and it would show another set of camera screens showing places from showing the FNAF 4 house.
Yes, there we go. Just confirming that that kid is the victim of the bite of 83, not the bite of 87. Just in case anybody still had their doubts.
Yeah.
And nothing happens when you do 87, huh?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I remember
Uh,
hearing just like nothing happens.
what if something did happen and Scott Cawthon put that there just to fuck with everybody?
I don't know. What I find
I mean,
interesting is how like in the first couple of the games, the bite of 87 was this one big thing, and then after FNAF 3 or 4, it's just a thing that happened, you know?
yeah. FNAF 4 was supposed to show what happened, only to for it to not even be the same year.
Or even show what happened.
Exactly.
I mean, technically, it's still up to speculation who's the victim of bite of
Yeah, it's
87.
all speculation.
It's just commonly accepted as Jeremy from the first 6 nights of security, or I mean, not security breach, from the first 6 nights of FNAF 2.
Yeah.
The sister location, I think, was the first game to branch out and try something new, and it did it relatively well. It introduced us to some really cool characters like Baby and Ennard, and I would probably give it an A or an S. It also
I
introduced us
would.
to yeah. I also had a lot of big lore reveals at the time too. Again, revealing the name of
Yes.
the killer.
Revealing the girl who like lived in the room in the Afton house that was completely empty with the broken
Yes,
mangle.
and that being the sister in the location.
Yes. And Michael had to go find his sister's
Huh?
location.
I think there's a manualito down there. I'm
That
not sure.
that's fine.
If not, it's in the shed.
Okay.
But there's also a bottle down there.
Okay.
Ew. I like your attitude.
Um. But would you be okay with S tier?
I would not mind putting it in S tier.
All right.
I feel it re-sparked the I I'm not sure how to describe this, but I feel like it like re-sparked the whole like hype train for FNAF.
It resparked my love for it, at least for a little bit. And then sometime after that, I hit it down low again, where I just stopped caring about Five Nights at Freddy's.
Fair
And to
enough.
the point where I didn't even know the next game came out. As a matter of fact, I didn't
Well,
even
to
know
be
the
fair,
next.
nobody knew the next game came out until it did.
The next two games came out. Let me finish.
All right.
It was the next two games I didn't even know came out. Wait, yeah, next two games. Next game being Pizzeria Simulator, and boy, do I have opinions about this one.
I will let you go off on that.
This game took everything that was boring about FNAF 3, kept it in the game, took the little bit of FNAF 3 that was fun, and threw it out the fucking window. And it added a
Okay,
little Pizza
please
Tycoon,
pause
which
your
was
students.
okay. But fuck, man, whose fucking idea was it? Whose fucking Scott's apparently. But why? What fucking drugs are you on? Why would you take every? Why would you make an exact replica, or even worse
I want.
replica of your worst
Okay.
fucking game by far?
Okay, Richard. I want you to describe what was those boring parts.
It so no doors, right? Fine,
Uh
we've been
huh.
through that before. My favorite game also has no doors, but you have to keep the
Mhm.
animatronics away via sound. I mean, okay, weird, I guess. Not my favorite way to keep animatronics away, that's for sure. Um, But now, like, I just didn't like that concept. I would have rather just had a door to shut, like FNAF 1, or maybe a mask to put on. Some other way to let them get inside my office and scare me, but not enough to kill me. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I
I
don't know, that's
see.
just what I liked. And FNAF 2 just it just put you right in front of the thing that was gonna kill you. And you just had to fucking stare at it and hope it didn't. And that was fucking terrifying for me at the time.
How do you feel about the fact that your equipment had a 10% chance of failing, like to work?
I don't even remember that
That was the thing.
in FNAF 3.
No, in FNAF Pizzeria Simulator.
Okay, I didn't even get to experience that because I only played like one night.
Like the motion detector
The saving
and
grace of FNAF 3, the thing that made it
the
at least
audio.
playable, the thing that at least made it playable for me for 3 nights was the fact that you could actually look at the cameras, you could actually see what's going on, you could actually look at different screens, you could explore the environment. Pizzeria Simulator, you have none of that. None of that. You just have to
You're
hear.
just doing
And
jobs.
and yeah, and going to work. You're going to work. You're working an
Yeah,
office job.
yeah.
And it's loud, and the louder it is, the more likely you are to die. So you have to do some, and you could fucking overheat yourself. Like, calm the fuck on, man. Now, not only did you make the game boring, you made it stressful. What's another game that I didn't like because it was boring and stressful? Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. It is.
I'm gonna go back to see where you put Cold War on the tier list.
We put it relatively high because, like, looking back at it, it wasn't Treyarch's fault. It was just. I think it's like a B. Oh, yeah, it's a B. But we weren't taking. Again, I was like, this is it's not Treyarch's fault. I mean, it's
Okay,
Treyarch's
I
fault
see
that it's
it.
boring, but it just wasn't Treyarch's fault that it was stressful. Because Treyarch didn't tell these people to camp in the fucking corner, you know? They just fucking did it themselves, you know? But this game had complete intent of being boring and stressful, you know? The Pizzeria
Mhm.
Tycoon thing was fun. The mini games
Mhm.
were fun
The lore relevant.
and lore relevant, yes. And that's this game saving grace, the lore. The lore
Hey,
for FNAF
it,
6
intro-
is
it introduced Mr. Hippo
it introduced Mr. Hippo. It introduced some of my favorite animatronics. I'm starting to collect these fucking animatronics too,
as
as
plushies.
plushies. Yeah,
Oh, don't
like
forget El Chip.
El Chip. He's one of my
Mhm.
favorite. Just spoiler, he's one of my favorite of all time. But oh my fucking god, is the gameplay itself so fucking boring? And the salvaging's not even fun either. It's just fucking boring. It's just a boring game all around. I don't like it. I mean, I'm gonna force myself to beat it, but eventually. But like, I honestly just have no will to do such a thing.
So,
But
where
lore
would you?
wise,
Yeah, lore wise.
the game is an S tier for me. Just looking at lore, the lore is an S tier. I believe it introduced us to Henry for the first time, who was William Afton's former right hand man, former rival kind
Okay,
of thing.
so it's kind of weird because like it introduced us Henry from in the games
In
because
the
like
games,
Henry
yes,
was a thing in the
in the
book,
books. But we're not talking
but
about books, are we?
Henry in the games was originally revealed, well, sort of revealed in FNAF World.
Well, that game has questionable canonicity.
Yeah, well, it was more like the FNAF World version of Henry
See,
that
we
just
don't.
killed himself and not the
Well,
actual character.
well, Henry sets up this pizzeria simulator. You, you run the fucking pizzeria like you would your own fucking pizzeria,
It's a Papa's game.
and it's a Papa's game. Yeah, it's Henry's Pizzeria, dude.
All right, where would you put it on the tier list?
But lore wise, the ending, bro, the ending.
Oh, which ending?
For you, my friend, a pit to hell has opened up. Oh man, this.
Okay, the voice acting was great for that scene. Oh my god, someone give that man a raise.
However, Scott or whoever's making these new FNAF games, don't burn your pizzeria to the ground. I tend to not like it. Don't burn your location to the ground. I tend to not enjoy that. It tends to piss me off. It tends to make me think a
but
game is
it did give
boring.
us but it did give us the probably one of the best one-liners before the kill.
Which my mind's
The
drawing blanks.
darkest pit of hell
Oh yeah.
has
Oh, I
opened up
just
to
said it.
swallow
I
you
just fucking
whole.
said it too.
Yeah, you just said it.
Oh my god.
You gotta admit that was a pretty dope ass one-liner.
It is. It is. It was fucking cool.
Like if
I
that
was
was
very
in a
satisfied with the
movie,
ending.
if that was in a movie, I'd probably have that as like number best movie moment.
Yeah. Had I'm not too sure. Oh, it revealed that some questions we had about FNAF 1, especially with Susie.
It sort of explained what the box was, like what's in the box.
Yeah. Oh, this was a good. It was a good storyteller. It just wasn't a good
Game.
game. Like,
Okay. Would you play it if it was a light novel?
I would play if they just got rid of the surviving the night part. If it was just like a full pizzeria tycoon game,
Like the Tycoon game, you would just play that?
I would play that. I wouldn't mind that. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah, that's what everyone thought it was.
And like even like a few years after it came out, I've never seen like again. I was just like for a while disassociated with Five Nights at Freddy's. Every once in a while, getting like a little merch thing here and there, including a Five
Hmm.
Nights at Freddy's shirt, which Eric called me a homophobic slur for wearing. That's how I met Eric. He called me Freddy Fazbear, but he replaced the Z with a G.
Oh god, someone's gonna put that in chat.
Yeah, he that's the first thing Eric ever said to me. All because I wore a Five Nights at Freddy's shirt to my first day of high school. I miss that shirt. I don't know if I still have it. I'm gonna
You
look
sure
for
it
it.
wasn't the hoodie?
The hoodie I just got this year.
You mean last year, right?
Shut the fuck up. Anyways, within the past 365 days, not within the past
Okay.
fucking over 1,000 at this point. Anyways,
So, where do we put it?
I'm putting it at a C.
But the
I'm sorry.
lore, I would put it at B. I'd feel like the lore
Ah,
boosts it.
fine, fine.
You
Pizzeria
alright?
Simulator? Oh yeah, I was just typing it.
Okay. P. You put Pie Simulator.
I did not put Pie Simulator. Brighten that
It
shit up. I
says
can't see
Pie
shit.
Simulator.
Why the fuck did it cut off like that? Whatever.
Watch. Boom. Uh, hold on. Let me check your screen.
There we go. It's not capitalized, but fuck it, whatever. So yeah,
All right.
Pizzeria Simulator at B, I guess. I still would have put it at C, but whatever.
All right. Sure.
Next up is Ultimate Custom Night. Yes. Again,
Yes.
I didn't know this game dropped when it dropped. I actually found out about it because I visited Johnny's house one day and he has it. He has it on his PC,
Yeah.
and that's how he first played Ultimate Custom Night. And I was just fucking around. I had no idea what I had to do. Again, I hadn't played FNAF since FNAF 4 demo. Yeah, that's the last I ever played FNAF. So
Wait, did FNAF 4 like end like was that like the last game that did the trend of releasing early?
Maybe. I don't
I don't
remember
remember
too
if
much
it
about
was
release
that
dates.
or Sister Location.
I don't remember either, but yeah, Ultimate Custom Night came out. I didn't know it existed until probably a decent while later. I played it at the
I was
time.
waiting for that shit.
At the time, I didn't like it just because I had no idea what the fuck was going on. I didn't know half the fucking. I didn't know half the characters from Pizzeria Simulator. I was just like, who the fuck are these guys, you know?
And then there's just the buttons.
And I was just like, what the fuck did I miss? Like, what the fuck? No, I'm talking about like when I first saw it after like not playing FNAF since FNAF 4, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck
Who
did I
are you
miss?
people?
Like, who the fuck is a lefty? Who the fuck is Scrap Baby? What the fuck? Why is Normal Circus Baby here? I don't get it. I didn't get it. I thought the game was just a fucking throwaway game that Scott made, and that's just where I left it at. But now I feel a little bit different. I say it's one of the funner FNAF games in a while.
I agree. Watching Daco finally get that freaking 50-20.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that one day too. No, I'm not.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Let's
I could
be
probably,
honest. You're
I could probably
not.
get.
On
Well,
PC, maybe, but
here's what I'll do. I'll do 51. I'll start it off like that, 51s,
okay.
and then slowly,
We'll see what
surely,
goes on from there.
yeah. Well, first I need to learn how to fend off every animatronic on their
Yeah.
own. Like that game is just like it's a wild ride. Like it's a big skill curve. There's 50 animatronics. That's not even the fraction of animatronics that ever appeared, by the way. This
Don't
tier is
even
gonna,
don't forget about the other animatronics hidden if you do 50-20.
yeah.
Because you'd think doing 50-20 would save you from Dee Dee.
Nope.
Nope, there are a whole other set of animatronics that she can summon, and they're not listed like on like the main thing.
Jesus. But it also had some pretty cool lore implications, which I didn't think it had at the beginning. Um,
S- Same
Mostly
here. I
that.
didn't think it had lore, but like, holy shit, the lore we did find out.
That was pretty good. It introduced me to one of my newer favorite characters, Old Man Consequences, which again,
Yes.
another issue I had was FNAF World. So like I was just like man, this series is coming as shit. I didn't realize it was having a big comeback, and FNAF World, I didn't know who Old Man Consequences was, and
And
it was
then I
pretty
told you
sick.
about the whole trophy thing.
Oh yeah, the trophy thing. That's pretty weird. I still don't know how that works, but whatever. Honestly, I do wish
What
they
about?
ported FNAF World to the PlayStation because I do kind of want to play it, see what all the not hype was about.
Yeah, I heard it was like a good RPG.
I heard it was like it was mediocre,
Yeah.
kind of embarrassing, but I don't know.
Um,
Uh, it
it
introduced
finally
did it
brought. Go ahead.
did it introduce Cassidy?
Sort of. It introduced that character, but we
Yeah,
didn't know what her name was.
yeah,
All we knew him as either Vengeful Spirit and the one you should not have killed.
the one you shouldn't have killed.
That sounds like a Metallica song, along with
um,
a 2-minute guitar riff before the song actually starts.
but yeah, introduces Cassidy. It told us. It basically told us the importance of Golden Freddy at that point.
Yeah, what
Because before that, we were like, "What the
Cassidy
fuck is a
was.
Golden Freddy?" You know?
Yeah, I don't think Golden Freddy was ever explained in the games at least.
Yeah. And now we found
Because
out
at
that
least
there's.
I know there's like one book that like sort of gives context to it, uh, to Golden Freddy, and that's kind of how we found out both Cassidy and Evan were in the same body. I think that's the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
They haunted the
They're in
same
the same suit.
animatronic.
Yeah.
That is until FNAF 3.
But yeah. In FNAF 3, Evan's spirit decides to leave, but Cassidy stays just to torment the fuck out
Yes.
of William Afton. Relatively based, if you ask me.
Yeah, and the more you play, yeah, lore wise, the more you play Ultimate Custom Night, the more you are continuing the torture of William Afton.
Yeah. And then Old Man Consequences tells you to stop. That it's so not halal mode. Just let
Is
him
it,
be.
Richard?
It is not halal mode. You shouldn't. You should just. In the world of Old Man Consequence, in the words of Old Man Consequences, you should just leave the demon to his demons.
No, I want to torture him some more.
Thank you for the advice, Old Man Consequences. I will not follow
I
your advice and face the consequences. Thank you.
thank you for our opinion. However, due to it being a stupid ass opinion, I've elected to ignore it.
Oh yeah, pretty fun game, pretty cool lore. Um, I'd say yes.
I'd say yes too.
Yeah.
As in also in S, not above S. Like, if we ever add another tier, that being S2.
UCN Ultimate Custom Night. Next we have the game that gave me legitimate PTSD. Legitimate PTSD. Okay,
Say it,
not
man.
maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit. Maybe I don't have PTSD, but it definitely gave me a symptom of it. It gave me a PTSD symptom. My uncle comes home with a VR headset. Again, I'm kind of out of touch with Five Nights at Freddy's again, so I'm not really sure.
hmm
And I see he has this Five Nights at Freddy's fucking VR game. I'm like, there's no way this fucking exists. There's no way this is fucking real.
Funnily enough, a fan made a VR game before Help Wanted came out.
Yeah. Oh, really? But I was just
Yeah,
like, there's no way this is fucking real. I put it
they
on.
made a VR fan game.
That's interesting. I put it on, and naturally I play FNAF 1.
hmm
I am scared shitless. I am scared absolutely shitless. It's
Go
because
ahead.
even in VR, if the graphics are shitty, it's hard to distinguish
It's
it from
in your
reality.
face.
It's hard to distinguish it from reality at a certain point.
hmm
Like, I would play a lot of phone VR games, like, because, you know,
Like,
the VR, yeah. And
yeah,
even, like, those have terrible fucking graphics. They're terrible. But it was still, like, immersive enough to scare the living daylights out of me.
your ocular senses still get tricked.
Yes. And, here's the thing about Help Wanted. The graphics don't look bad.
I'm just imagining how much you were like shitting bricks.
And I was just scared to continue the night. I would play one night, I would win, and I would just sit there for 20 minutes before I start the next one, just because I was so fucking terrified. Like, it is the first game that had me terrified in a long fucking time. And, after playing a few, I only made it up to night 3 before I was done. But yeah, I made it up to night 3, and, it was just too much for me. And,
Continue.
in real
You're.
life,
Mm-hmm.
this is my PTSD symptom. In real life, I would check doors and lights to make sure there weren't any animatronics there. In my own fucking
Life is
house.
like a video game.
So in my kitchen, there's a doorway, and right next to that doorway, there was a light switch. I would turn on the light switch and look out the doorway, and then I turned the light back off, and I'm like, what the fuck did I just do? Why the fuck did
It
I
was
do that?
just muscle memory.
It was. I saw a door. I saw a dark room on the other end. Oh, let me see if anybody's there so I could close the door. You can't even close the doorway I was looking at. So you've been in my kitchen before, right, Bradley? The one in the big
mhm.
house, and
Mhm.
you know how the kitchen table's right next to like a door that has like no fucking
Door.
door. Yeah, it's just a doorway, no door. There used to be doors there, but we took them out a long time ago. I think maybe even before I was born. but
Yeah.
there's a light switch right next to that door too, and the living room was pitch black. Nobody was in there, and I was just sitting in the kitchen alone. This was maybe like the same day I just finished playing. Maybe no, but I kept doing that shit up to a week.
He thinks he's Michael Erickson.
Yeah, I really do think I'm Michael, and I just kept turning on the light and checking if there was anybody there, and every single time I just asked myself, why the fuck am I doing that? You know, the sense of fear wasn't even there anymore. It was just something I did.
Like muscle memory, bro.
It was just something I did. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? For that, for that alone, the fact that a game can scare me so much that I keep doing the things to protect myself in the game in real life. Triple S, gameplay wise.
Yeah,
It
gameplay
is the
wise.
first Five Nights at Freddy's that has scared me since the first one. Since FNAF 1. FNAF 1 was scary to me because I was a fucking middle schooler. Of course it was.
Yeah, that's to be expected.
It was scary to everybody too, but like you know, after years of playing it, it's just the same old, same old. But FNAF VR just fucking took me off by surprise. You know, I was just like, it's just FNAF. Then you kind of forget you're in a video game. The scary thing about VR in general is when you take off the headset, real life feels weird.
Yeah, I've experienced some VR as well, and yeah,
Real life feels
I
very
can.
weird.
Yes, it feels very, very weird, especially if the lighting is completely different.
And what's scary is that like I want to go back to the VR just to not feel that weirdness sometimes. Like VR itself is just
Hey,
scary.
yo,
I'm
that's kind
scared.
of
I'm
that's
scared
kind of
of VR
reminding me
technology.
of Ready Player One, bro.
Yeah, I'm scared
Have
of
you
VR
read that book?
technology. I've seen the movie. I haven't read the book, but I'm
Okay,
actually.
yeah, the movie's a bit different from the book.
I could only imagine. Yeah. I
I
mean,
do recommend reading the book.
okay, yeah. I'll see if I can find it somewhere in a library or a bookstore.
Yeah.
But fucking yeah, VR technology to me is just scary. Just fuck. No, the fact that I wanted to go back to it just because real life felt weird is just yeah, that's not a feeling you should get. That's not a feeling you should
Yeah.
get.
That's not normal.
You can even watch Netflix in VR, dude. It puts you in this fucking room
You can
with a
watch
big
Netflix in VR?
yeah, not in PlayStation VR, but in like my phone VR. You connect your phone to the fucking Oculus, and yeah, it has Netflix on there, and yeah,
Holy crap.
it puts you in this fucking theater with this huge ass screen, well, relatively huge ass screen, and yeah, I watch fucking Cosmos on there, dude.
Oh my god. Oh, you're living my dream. Oh,
And
I
it's
would
cool.
so do that with Cosmos.
I mean, like you don't look around in Cosmos. You're like in a room with a big TV, but
Yeah.
still, it looks like
Yeah.
you're watching Cosmos on a big TV. Even though in reality you're
Yeah,
just watching it on your
dude, I
phone.
want to do that.
I don't have a phone that fits that VR headset anymore, so
Yeah.
that's very unfortunate. But if for some reason I buy another one that fits the Galaxy 22, if they even still make those, I don't even know if they make those still. Um, yeah, I'll definitely see if I can invest in one and give it a try. Yeah, FNAF VR scary lore implications. I mean, we think Afton is dead, but
It
he always
No.
comes back.
He always comes back, and he's doing it in the digital form. Dun dun
Some
dun.
way, somehow, I'm not even sure how it happens. His consciousness got transmitted to some fucking microchip or some shit, and it got put in the game.
Yeah. Okay. So like, in order to like do make in the lore, in order to make the AI more realistic, they used the coding of the animatronics that was somehow not damaged after being burned several times. And I guess for some reason, like stuff from like let's say the Funtime animatronics, you know, because like those things were like built to freaking capture and kill children. Uh, all that stuff coming together all at once created Glitch Trap.
Yes. Okay. Now I know.
Yeah,
Um. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
and then there was Tape Girl who kind of separated uh, Glitch Trap into a bunch of like audio tapes, and the only way for Glitch Trap to like succeed is if all those audio tapes are collected and put back together, which is what you do in the game in order to get one of the endings.
I was considering doing that because I did find like a couple of tapes,
Yeah,
but
that's what those tapes are.
I did. I was thinking of doing it. After a while, I found the tapes, but I ended up watching Markiplier finish the game because I just couldn't.
I see.
I think I would have.
I completely understand.
I think you would have known a completely different Richard if I ever went fucking through with that.
Constantly like checking hallways.
I didn't even play the other FNAF games that were on there. I just stopped at FNAF 1. I was
Yo, you really think you Michael?
yeah. Yeah, maybe I did become Michael. Maybe I would have convinced myself that I'm Michael.
Oh my
I mean, he
god.
is my FNAF Sona after all. Established relatively recently. But lore wise, that's when things start to get like fucking crazy. Like
Yeah, there was a time where we thought it was gonna be a reboot.
oh dude, I remember putting on the headset, opening the game, and seeing fucking Freddy right there just fucking looking at me dead in the fucking eyes with a sign that says help wanted. You know, this shit's fucking wild. Like ugh, scary. Anyways, that game gave me I'm surprised I don't get nightmares from games or scary things. But the game will give me a shits. Oh, is Bradley dead?
No, I'm not dead.
Okay. Yeah, lore wise, I don't know. I'm not too sure if I. That's when things started to get like a little whoa in terms of lore.
Wonky.
Yeah, but the game's really good. The lore is a little bit crazy, but not fucking. I don't know. At this point, we're already like, well, we've come a long way from the bite of '87. Um,
Yeah, we've come a long way uh from just it just being like 5 kids killed. No, there's like 15 or some shit.
I think there's 19 in total at the end of the day.
I don't know anymore.
I think
I
there's
lost
19 in
count.
total.
I stopped counting after ever since Sister Location.
Just because of the way it changed me, even if just for a week, I have to put this game at triple S.
I would say it's at S tier.
I had to put this game at triple S. It was just so fun. It was so good. It was a fresh feeling for me. It really was. I haven't gotten that in a long time.
I'd still put it at S.
Fine. Fine.
Hey, we put Modern Warfare 3 lower. All right?
Alright.
It's not like we could just put a poll in the chat or anything.
Johnny's a moderator. I think he could do that.
Is he watching? I don't know.
I
Whoever's
don't know.
watching, say you're watching in the chat, please. Because I know 2 other people are watching that aren't me.
Would Curse of Dreadbear be its own game?
No, that's DLC.
Okay.
Like, that's straight up DLC.
Um, what's next?
The
Special
first,
delivery? I'll rank it.
AR? Okay, sure, because
Since
it's lore
I,
relevant.
it's lore relevant.
I'll rank it because it's lore relevant.
Okay. I'm the one who actually played the game.
Yeah. I saw Johnny play it a bit in fucking English class during our senior year.
They haven't updated this game since February of last year, I think.
Jesus Christ. You're telling me they didn't, like, I don't know. I forgot what I was going to say.
Yeah, last updated February 2nd, 2022. But lore, tell us the lore.
Okay, so the lore is, um, was it Tape Girl or was it somebody else? No, it was definitely Vanessa. So, Vanessa is like finally like working her way up the ladder in Freddy Fazbear's Entertainment, right? However, signs are showing that she's starting to become very creepy because someone who had for some reason had a crush on her started looking up her freaking search history and everything. And it included shit that, let's be honest, would only be searched up by William Afton.
How to find kid, how to kill kid,
Uh,
how to hide dead body.
More like stuff like how far up the human body someone can be dissected before they lose consciousness.
I hope you enjoy my visit. I'm planning on making it extra special for you.
You can ignore the
Yeah,
game
what the hell
sounds.
is that?
FNAF AR gameplay.
Oh, you're playing FNAF AR right now?
Why not? It's fucking easily accessible.
Bruh.
He's
Oh
playing
my
the
god,
song.
I hear the song.
I'm fighting Freddy right now. Oh, there you are.
Anyways,
Continue. Don't mind me.
no, that's it. That's the lore for AR.
Vanessa acting goofy.
Vanessa acting goofy.
Oh, see over here? No, that's my PlayStation. I thought my. Oh, fuck you, Freddy.
Oh, that's just my PlayStation.
I didn't get scared by my PlayStation. I was just like, oh, that's his blue eyes. I'm gonna zap his ass. Anyways, enough of that. Yeah. Vanessa is get. The game is honestly not that great. It gets boring really, really fast. I was excited for it when I first heard about it. I was just like, oh, cool. FNAF Pokemon Go. But then I was like, I never really liked Pokemon Go. Why would I like this? And then, so I never gave it a shot. I never did.
Until very recently.
So very recently, and yeah, it's exactly as I expected. It's like Pokemon Go. I really don't give a fuck. I didn't really like it. I'm still gonna keep it just to have it, but I mean, it also introduces some characters.
Liberty Chica.
Liberty Chica. And like some of these characters on here, they're like fucking like Funko style characters, dude. They're they're
Yeah.
they're, they're on Funko mode of like made up characters.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a pretty boring game. The lore, although relevant, it's not that great either. I'd be willing to put it in D tier.
It's that bad compared to 3 and Pizzeria Sim?
Oh yeah. Well, Pizzeria Sim is only being carried by the lore.
Okay, yeah.
This lore does not go that far.
If it wasn't for the lore, where Pizzeria Sim would be where?
Probably a D. Um, I'm gonna go
Alright.
with
Yeah, go with D tier.
yeah, special delivery.
I forgot it was called Special Delivery. I just always known it as FNAF AR.
Yeah, nobody's gonna call it special delivery. But yeah, it's like all these animatronics are being delivered to you, and you know how in like every other fucking FNAF game you have to zap it like animatronics to keep them from going haywire.
Yeah.
Imagine that, but the whole game is just that.
Bruh.
And you know those aren't necessarily the most fun part of the more recent FNAF games either. So
Mm-hmm. So, what's the next game?
the next game, if I'm correct, it is Security
Uh,
breach.
Security Breach, the latest game. This is pre DLC Security Breach. Because at the time of recording this, the DLC has not dropped.
Correct.
And honestly, I have not been catching up with what's going to be part of the DLC. Like that's probably
Mm,
the one bit of lore that I don't know.
me neither. But I don't even think we're playing as Gregory either. I think because
So
the cover for the game shows a girl.
yeah,
So or for the DLC. So yeah, I mean,
where would all right? Let's begin with not sister location, Security Breach.
it takes place in the same location as Fnaf 6 Pizzeria Simulator.
But
Um,
built on top of it,
is a giant fucking mall kind of looking head ass thing. The
he
Pizza Plex.
you haven't done all the endings yet,
I have
nor have you
not.
seen all of them.
No, I haven't. I know the. I mean, I know the burn trap ending at this point. I watched a Matt Pat video, but I know the basic ending. Just leave. Gregory gets homeless. Vanny finds him. Who knows what happens next? I know the cute ending. That's what I'm gonna call it, where Vanessa, Freddy, and Gregory all stare down a mountainside eating some ice cream.
Oh,
That was nice.
the Princess Quest ending.
The Princess Quest ending, yeah, that was a nice ending. Um, apparently, fucking Vanessa is just like an adult version of fucking Elizabeth.
Yeah,
Is that confirmed or just a speculation by for now?
both. If Vanny and Vanessa are like actual robot duplicates, it's most likely gonna be of Elizabeth,
I see.
especially since before being burned in the pizzeria sim, Elizabeth was still technically loyal to William.
Yes, she always has been. But yeah, it was a very cute ending. If it's true that Vanessa is Elizabeth, Freddie is Michael, and Evan is Gregory, that's a very cute ending. I like that. I wouldn't mind that being canon. I wouldn't even mind that being the last of Five Nights at Freddy's. Honestly,
You wouldn't mind like the game series to like conclude there
I wouldn't be upset.
with that
It seems
ending?
like
Fair.
a conclusion,
Yeah.
which is something we've been lacking.
Yeah.
It's like finally everybody's
Since the
soul is
second
free.
game.
Finally, everybody's soul is free.
Well, free from the it's like how you'd think, oh, finally, Dio's dead. We're done with his shit.
Yeah. No, he's not.
And then part 6 happens. But
Yeah.
we're going to ignore that. For the sake of this comparison, it's just part 3. How Dio's dead. We don't have to deal with this shit anymore.
Dude, Dio died like 3 times in part 1.
Turns out Dio wasn't actually dead.
But we're getting off topic. Yeah.
Yeah,
Again, I wouldn't have been upset if that was the true conclusion to the game.
that would have been a satisfying conclusion.
That would be satisfying enough for me. I
Same
think
here.
the homeless Gregory one is kind of lame.
Well, I guess it's supposed to be to like incentivize you to actually start looking more into the Pizzaplex.
Yeah, because like if the game ended like that, that's not. It's not a good ending. I'm not talking good as in like a positive ending. Like it's just not a good ending. It's just not a good way to end the story.
Yeah,
Like what the fuck was the point
which
of leaving
again
then?
I, which again I feel was intentional.
Yeah, but yeah, a security breach as a game. Definitely one of the most interesting FNAF games. It's the first like full-on free roam FNAF game.
Yeah, the first AAA game.
The first AAA game. Um, Fallout Freddy. Fallout suit Freddy.
Power armor Freddy.
It is power armor. He keeps you safe from all the other animatronics, no matter what. It introduced me to
Yeah.
my biggest FNAF nemesis of all time,
Oh,
Mr. Moon.
Moonlight.
Whatever. Spotlight, Moonlight,
I think he's just called Moon.
His Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just Moon.
I can hear the song in my head right now.
Stop. I could hear your dog right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn, even through the mic, your dog's still racist.
New outfit.
Huh?
Look at her new outfit I got her.
What outfit?
Wait, wait.
She a rabbit?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
No, I got it at Benchmark.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Alright. It's probably the first FNAF game I've ever technically beat to completion.
Well, to be fair, you haven't done like what I believe
Yeah.
is considered like canon ending.
Well, it's the first game where I got an ending. Like,
Yeah, fair enough.
cause I never beat Night 7 in FNAF 1 and 2. I didn't make it past Night 3 in FNAF 3. I didn't make it past Night 2 in FNAF 4. Sister Location, I technically haven't touched yet. It's the only one I haven't played at all. But I've seen everything. I don't remember everything because it's been so fucking long, but... Let's see. FNAF Pizzeria Simulator. Yeah, it only took me like 2 nights before I was just like, man, fuck this shit. I'm not playing this without incentive. FNAF 7, I dabbled with it, mostly just to hear voice lines from dying to other animatronics. I want to die to Scrap Trap. I wonder what he says. But like, I can't get him to.
Always come back.
But Springtrap says that too. Do they just have the same voice lines?
I don't know.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. But even at 20, Scrap Trap doesn't attack you.
What does he do?
Well, he only attacks you once per night, you know? And, you know, I thought putting him at 20 would have made him like, oh yeah, he's gonna attack. No. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, what was I talking about? Security breach.
Yeah, that being like the first game you finished.
It's the first game I finished to completion, technically. No, not to completion, but it's the first game I got at least one ending for. Yeah, you guys already know what happened with VR. And if I get a VR headset, or even if I don't, I just play it like that now. But I'd rather get
Yeah.
one. I need to wait for the PS5 VR to come out. I'm definitely willing to give it a shot and play it to completion. But yeah, I am gonna buy it by the time I get to it.
We're gonna need like to set up another camera to record you as you play the game.
I think I've streamed it before, but that stream's been deleted because I just purged all of my streams for a while. I was supposed to give up on streaming and only do videos.
Yet here we are.
Here we are. But yeah, I like the game. It wasn't bad. It introduced us to a quirky new cast of characters that I enjoyed.
Gregory. Officer Vanessa.
Yeah, I liked all the characters. It was a very memeable game. I mean, all the FNAF games are very memeable, but this one was just like a very memeable game. It was just unreal. It was unreal.
I need you.
Gregory.
Do you see the small vent on the floor?
Have you ever heard of Among Us, Gregory?
I need you to be sus.
Freddy, what happened? Cephalopods
Games.
activities.
Oh yeah, when you like actually first saw the scene during the last stream we did.
That's so
What'd
dumb.
you think of that ending?
Yeah. That was just
Not
like
only
the
that,
regular
but
Vanny
Vanessa-
ending, huh?
But Vanny, yeah, he just gets ripped apart.
Oh man. Gregory. Squid Games. Well, honestly, I did that. I did that when you first find him like beat up by Roxy Raceway too. When I was playing the game
Yeah.
on PS4, I saw him at Roxy Raceway, and I was just like, because it reminded me of like Uncle Ben. What happened? Squid Game.
Cephalopod activities.
Yeah, very memeable in terms of lore. Not the biggest fan
Princess
of it.
Quest was interesting.
Princess Quest was cool, yeah, but you know what
Yeah.
else technically stemmed from this game too?
Go ahead.
Technically, I am going to refer to a book here, which is a little bit of a
Go ahead.
no-no, but it is a book about the Pizzaplex. You know exactly which book
Oh.
I'm talking about.
Oh.
The
Oh.
and
Oh.
I've semi come to terms with that fact that the first four games are just games and nothing more. Because think of how
Yeah.
much more of a jumbled mess Five Nights at Freddy's was during the first four games than it was during the later four games.
Yeah.
Now the game, even though the storyline is getting wacky, it knows what direction it's going in.
Yeah.
Remember, the first Five
It's
Nights at
wacky.
Freddy's,
There
it's
is
wacky.
order amongst the chaos now.
Yeah, but back then it was just chaos.
Yeah.
And
It's chaos.
what I do know is that the game developer they hired didn't know much about the Five Nights at Freddy's or the Freddy's Fazbear's establishments to begin with. So he was kind of
Mm-hmm.
making shit up on the fly. And I heard as well
One of
his
those things
brain
I'm
was
pretty sure is
deteriorating.
Balloon Boy. Well,
I heard
yeah,
his brain was
deteriorated from the
deteriorating.
stress.
Yeah, and so like everything just kept becoming more and more of a jumbled mess, which kind of makes sense why the first four games doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And I think it just ties back into real life. Scott didn't know what he was doing with the Five Nights at Freddy's series when he first started.
It
It,
just so happened to succeed.
yeah, I mean, it was supposed to be his retirement game, the first one. It was supposed to
Yeah,
be,
that was like his last hurrah.
yeah, and then it made so much fucking money. He was like, I'm gonna fucking do it again. Fucking,
Yuck.
I would, I'm
How
not gonna.
yuck can do it again?
Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say I wouldn't do it if I made a hit game. I mean,
Same here.
I'd definitely milk the shit out of the franchise if I could,
Oh, hell yeah.
and he did just that, and it worked. I mean, yeah. So I did come to terms with that fact. If it does turn out to be an absolute fact, um, I will come to terms with it. But just know I don't like it. But I will accept it.
That's completely fair and reasonable.
It's better than Dream Theory,
Way better than Dream Theory.
but it's still not the best. But again, it makes sense, I guess. I don't know. I do hope the first four games are real enough. Yeah, the first four games just being games is kind
Well, despite them just being games, he got a lot of things right.
of yeah. But also, like Golden Freddy might not exist. And what was the point of the Princess Quest games?
Of
That's
course,
why I don't believe. That's why I don't
I
believe
be,
in game theory too hard.
I don't think I see what you did there, but I don't think game theory disproves the existence of Golden Freddy.
Yeah. I don't
Mostly
know.
because of Ultimate Custom Night.
That's true. Yeah, like again, like why would any of those games exist? I mean,
Yeah,
granted, why is Old Man Consequences in fucking Princess Quest 2, but whatever. That was epic.
yeah,
That was epic. I was just like, that man is the same shade of color as Old Man Consequences.
and he's starting to say the same things as Old Man Consequences.
It must be. I wonder who Old Man Consequences really is. Is there a, or is he just Old Man
I
Consequences?
I think he's just Old Man Consequences. I don't know. I didn't play like I didn't like get that far into what's going on in FNAF world.
I don't know. I have a feeling he's low key like somebody else's consciousness. Probably somebody close to
I'm gonna like try to
Cassidy.
start researching that up right now.
Like that's my little headcanon. He's somebody else who's close to Cassidy. probably like a parental figure, if not a parent themselves. You know.
Yeah. Oh my God! Someone made a 3D model of him.
Send it.
I want you to Google it for yourself. Like, just Google old man consequences and you'll see it. Like, don't even go into images or anything.
Ugh. He just wires.
I know.
Yeah. I think he's a cool character, honestly. But that's not what we're here for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, what did you think of, like, okay, I know you've played plenty of top-down games, but what's your thoughts on, like, the Princess Quest game's gameplay?
They're technically a little boring. I just overhype it because, oh my god, Binding of Isaac! But I don't mind them. I mean, if I found the first one by accident, I'm sure you remember.
Yes.
Found the first one by accident. And I was just playing it, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's Binding of Isaac." I didn't know there was any greater significance to it than that. Honestly, I just thought it was just like a fucking random top-down arcade game you could play. I was even trying to look for other arcade machines to play. But I liked it, and when you told me there was two more, and I was just like, "Oh, I have to play them,"
Yeah.
And especially because I knew there was, especially since you told me there was an ending if I found all three, I'm like, "Oh fuck." I
And
thought it was
then
gonna be
we
the burn trap ending, but whatever.
no. There's a whole other thing you have to do for the burn trap ending.
I do believe I had to go to Monty's Gator Golf, correct?
I don't remember what you have to do. I just know that
Cause
you
I
do something. You go to like this tunnel thing, and then you have to be in Fredbear, or else you're gonna get fucked,
yeah
metaphorically. And then
yeah
you find the pizzeria simulator location,
yes
and that's when the burn trap quest, I guess you could call it, really begins.
I see. Yeah, I like all the different endings for FNAF. Security breach. I'm just wondering where my security breach custom night is at, but whatever.
How would that even work?
I have no idea.
Especially with how buggy the game is.
That's true. Um, I would put the gameplay itself. It's not amazing. If I'm being completely honest,
Yeah,
it's just another walking simulator.
I would not call it a walking. I've played walking sims. It's just another walking horror game,
Yeah,
like
I mean,
Amnesia or what's that other one? Outlast.
yeah, it's not anything like special in terms of gameplay wise. I'd be willing to give it like a B or C in terms of gameplay. In
Yeah,
terms of
if
lore,
if you've played Outlast or Amnesia, you've definitely played the gameplay of
just know I don't
Security
like
Breach.
Outlast. I don't like
You
Outlast. I
don't
think
like Outlast?
mm-mm. It similar to Fallout. It's one of those games where I just tried so hard to love it, but I just can't.
All right, fair. I mean, I kind of stopped loving it once I got into the lore. The lore is disappointing.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, I'll probably
Yeah.
tell you off stream.
Um, I think I'd give the game like a good A tier overall. It's not a terrible game. Well, technically it
I
is a
would
terrible
also,
game, but it's a
because of the
terrible.
bugs, but we're ignoring the bugs.
Ignoring bugs, it's not a bad game. It's the lore is a little iffy, but some of the endings are really cool, and I could definitely see
Yeah,
I could have definitely see the game concluding with one of those endings. I really like it.
yeah. I'd
So,
say put it on A tier.
all right,
And I think that's all of the games that we're going to be doing.
and it only took us an hour and 50 minutes.
Woo! Let's get with the characters! I mean, let's get on with the characters!
Let's get it on with the characters. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Ooh.
There are a few key human
Stop!
characters,
Wait!
right?
Stop! You made Among Us!
I'm gonna KMS myself. Alright, let's see. So Bradley has the list of all the characters.
Yeah, I have a list of all the characters we're going to be ranking.
This is the part
Oh,
that's gonna take forever. We spent 2 hours on that part alone. I thought this part we were gonna spend like 30 minutes on.
I thought we were gonna spend at least an hour on the first part.
Alright, well,
I have my list. It is 2.25 pages long on Google Docs, but that's because I did a bunch of spacing.
okay.
Okay,
Let's
we are
start off.
starting with the first game, the original animatronics. We have Freddy, who the child possessing him may or may not be called Fitz. We have Bonnie, who the
Oh, I
child
thought we were gonna go
possessing
one at a
him.
time, one at a time!
Okay.
Unless you
Let's
want to
start with
introduce
Freddy.
all the.
I want to introduce them, but if you want to do one at a time, we could do that.
Let's introduce them.
Uh, we have Bonnie, who the kid possessing that animatronic may or may not be named Gabriel. We have Chica, who is definitely Susie.
Definitely.
We have the Cupcake, because why the hell not? We have Foxy, who may or may not be named Jeremy. And we have Golden Freddy, who at this time we only know is possessed by somebody, but we're just gonna say it's possessed. They're possessed by the crying child, aka Evan Afton.
Well,
This is
we already went through all the games. We know it's Cassidy at this point.
yeah. Well,
Okay,
it's Cassidy and
Evan.
Evan.
Yeah, but by the way, Evan's a carrying child from 4. Maybe Gregory. I'm just kidding.
Maybe.
Perhaps he's
So
also
let's just start
Gregory.
with Freddy.
I'm
Where
sorry.
would you put Freddy?
This is
Where
very
would you
Richard
put?
of me.
What did you do?
This is very Richard of me. But Freddy gets an S tier for me.
Did you just play that intentionally?
This, my friends, is why. He spawned in
As
the most iconic Five Nights at Freddy's meme there is to fucking date.
you're
People
not
still do
wrong.
that shit.
You're not wrong. I've like literally recently seen memes that have
Mm.
come out like a day ago that still use that track.
Yep. And that's just from Freddy himself, baby.
Yeah.
Whenever your power goes out,
Horror.
granted, this man is a bitch to go up against.
Yeah,
It,
especially in the first game.
yeah, definitely in the first game. In Fnaf 2, they chilled on him, but yeah, in game 1 he was just a big pain in the ass. I don't think he even became
Hmm.
active until like night 3 or 4. But
Yeah, he was only active after you've beaten Night 2.
okay, there you go. And in night 3 he's not that bad. Like he doesn't really do much. But
Hmm.
night 4, night 5,
That's when you really gotta be paying attention.
yeah. The only reason why I was able to get by him on the phone version is because the nights are just shorter. The animatronics are more aggressive, but the nights are just shorter. Um, I'm gonna eat a salad right now, um, but yeah, he's an S tier animatronic for me. He's classic. He's the face. He's the Freddy everybody thinks of. I mean, when you hear Five Nights at Freddy's, that's the first guy you think of. There's
Oh,
the
we got him
original.
right there behind the tier list.
I got him right here. Yeah. I mean, like when I was making these, I think I made them in this order. I started with the Heisenberg. Then I went Soul. I went. I think I just kept going this way. No. I started. I went this way. Then I stopped right here. Then I went this way with Nico, the Neko arc, and then yeah. Then I went back this way. It was a little bit of a jumbled mess, but yeah,
And
Freddy
then I
was.
started putting alternates.
Oh yeah, the alternates are pretty cool. Let's check this out. The regular Foxy, that's pretty sick. The Sands wasn't me, that was Johnny, but
Yeah,
yeah, he's just a classic character. He's the face of the franchise. Again, when people think of Freddy Fazbear, they think FNAF 1 Freddy. And I could assume you would agree with that.
I agree with everything but the beginning. I'd say he's triple S plus.
Triple S Plus, I wouldn't be upset putting him there.
I won't stop you.
FNAF 1 Freddy. Next up,
The next we have is Bonnie.
Bonnie is my favorite from the group, the original four.
Mm-hmm. That is a valid opinion.
You know, he was cool. He was always based. I would hang out with Bonnie. If I were a kid at a Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, I would take the seat right next to Bonnie. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think I used to do that. At
I
like Chuck
beg
E.
your
Cheese.
pardon.
I would just try to
Yeah.
get close to the animatronic I like the most.
Bruh.
Then again, it's not really often that I went to Chuck E. Cheese, so
I just played that one rail shooting pirate game whenever I went to Chuck E. Cheese.
I'm excited for Chuck E. Cheese. But yeah, Bonnie's always he was my favorite. He was definitely. Um,
Yeah.
I think he's just the coolest in design. In terms of
He
animal,
has
there's
no
just
eyebrows.
no eyebrows. Yeah, just like me. Um,
You have eyebrows, I think.
for a pretty good while, I didn't. They just barely started growing in like a couple years ago. I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
That's concerning.
Yeah, yeah. I never been so lucky with the eyebrows, and but yeah, it was. He's my favorite. I want to put him at Triple S next to Freddy, but
Go ahead.
yeah. And just like there's always gonna be bias towards the Bonnie characters. For me,
Even
at least.
Toy Bonnie?
I love Toy Bonnie, dude.
Really?
Yeah,
Alright, that's fair.
he's just Bonnie but cuter. Like what the fuck?
Cuter until you put on the mask and he enters the office. That shit's scary. Like, imagine you being there and you just see him just pass by your face. I'd be shooting bricks.
Oh,
I don't
here's
know
what I
what.
could do. I could
Like,
I could
go ahead.
I could put on my VR headset and go to the FNAF 2 section of fucking
Oh God.
Help Wanted and experience that for myself
I don't know how Jeremy Fitzgerald decided to come back, because I would have just left.
for 6 nights and
And then gets the day shift. They probably gave him the day shift because he stayed those 6 nights.
you're a real trooper. Here's the easier shift.
Yeah. Congratulations, you've unlocked easy mode. Like what the hell? Like what the hell is this? Don't Make Cry 3?
All right. um,
The next one is Chica and the Cupcake. I'm not sure if we do them separately or the same.
okay, we'll do Chico with the cupcake. Then we'll do the cupcake that's in your office.
Okay.
Even though they're basically identical.
Yeah. Um.
I think lore-wise, she's pretty cool. She's
Yeah.
one of the first children to go missing, and she's the one who saw it all.
She's the one who saw her dog getting killed by Billiam Spafton.
Squilliam Testicles Afton. That's me, by the way. I'm Squilliam Testicles Afton.
I don't think you're supposed to reveal that yet.
Yeah. I think she's pretty cool. As a matter of fact, in seventh grade when the game came out, I wanted to dress up as Chica for Halloween,
Hmm,
but I
that
wanted like a hyper realistic Chica costume, and that was never gonna happen.
okay? Yeah, that was never gonna happen. But I can see the ambition.
But yeah, and in seventh grade, I didn't have a costume. I don't think I did for all of middle school.
What did I
Because
do in middle school?
in
God, I only
seventh,
remember two costumes I did.
I had a uniform at my middle school, so I wanted to take advantage of the free dress day instead of fucking costume. You know,
I see.
that's what it was. But anyways, yeah, Chica was my favorite at the time, but as of late, I've just been simping over
I have
Bonnie.
a feeling the original five are gonna just end up being triple S tier.
Yeah, like I want to put her at triple S tier, but I just don't want all five of them to be triple S tier. But you know what? Let's just fucking do it.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
it. Let's put Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, the Cupcake, Foxy, and Golden Freddy at triple S tier.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they're the ones who started all. They're the original cast. Or they started all. I mean, they're somewhere in the fucking middle at this point. But but they set the series down the path that it went.
They're like
And
the icons of the series.
yeah, they're.
Every other animatronics modeled after them, or at least modeled to be around them.
I remember the friendly Foxy theory.
Oh my god, the friendly Foxy theory.
I wish that theory was real, man.
If only.
Hold up. Just because of a certain fella, in real life, I have to put the cupcake just a tad bit lower.
Is it who I think it is?
It might be.
Is he
We
is
don't
he
associate with cupcakes anymore.
is he a very infamous sports fan?
Yeah, very infamous sports fan.
But looks like he's never played a day of sports in his life?
Probably hasn't. Sorry, cupcake. It's not your fault, but this is where you belong.
Sorry, Cupcake. Alright. What about Golden Freddy? More
Go.
specifically, Evan Afton. Because we didn't know about Cassidy till like way later.
We'll just call it Golden Freddy for now.
Yeah.
Golden Freddy, we can put him up there. I mean, that's the animatronic that started all the speculation.
Oh hell yeah, that was like clearly like mystery bait. Golden Fred.
Shut up. There we go. Yeah, I think he's basically the reason why we even started looking deeper into the lore instead of just appreciating. Because the game was already popular before even looking at fucking lore. It was just
Yeah.
as we kept watching more people, we started seeing weird shit.
And he was put on the thumbnails of every lore theory video.
I mean, yeah, because everybody wanted to know what the fuck this guy's deal was, you know?
Yeah.
We're only told about four animatronics. Where did this guy come from? What does he do?
Alright. Next animatronic we have is Endo 1. The
That's just their
wiki
fuck.
considers it a character.
The wiki considers it a character. All right, Endo one. That's just a fucking endoskeleton, isn't it?
Yeah, that most of them all share.
I mean, I mean, he's the basis for all the animatronics. I mean, Endo one.
Sir, that's not A.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's spelled Endo hyphen 1.
I don't know where the hyphen is at on the PlayStation, so it's just Endo
Press
one.
R3.
Oh, there it is. That's an underscore. Um, is that a hyphen? Yeah, there we go. -1. All right, whatever.
Whatever. Whatever. All right. The next one we got the one and only the iconic phone guy.
He's not much of an animatronic, but sure, I'll take it.
We said we were doing characters.
That's true. That's true. That was a little more last second though.
Yeah.
Phone guy. He's the butt of a lot of jokes. I like this guy. It's really easy
Mm-hmm.
to it's really easy to make a meme or two with him.
I would say he's at minimum S tier.
Minimum S tier. I would agree.
Minimum F tier.
I would agree. A very welcoming voice sometimes
Mm-hmm.
when you see an animatronic bear. Phone
We're
guy.
still not sure which animatronic got him.
It was Freddy Fazbear.
Bruh.
It was. You heard the ding 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 before he
Yeah, but
died, dude.
you also heard the moaning that both Chica and Bonnie do before
Maybe
jump
they fucking teamed
scaring.
up on him. Maybe Phone Guy was fucking fat, right? Because we don't know what he looks like. Maybe Phone Guy was fat.
I don't think I want to know what he looks like because I feel like that would ruin everything.
I feel like Phone Guy was fat. This guy was heavy, so just Freddy, Chica, Bonnie just fucking carried his ass and stuffed him into an animatronic suit. Like they just couldn't do it on their own. Brother was too big.
Alright, since we're doing lore relevant characters, and technically he is a character, we're going to include in, I guess, the first FNAF game batch, Michael Afton.
Michael
Even
Afton,
though we only know him as Mike.
Mike Schmidt.
Mike Schmidt.
We'll rank him as Mike Schmidt. At this
Are we
point,
gonna
we
put
don't
him as
know.
Michael Afton?
Like if you're just talking about like the character of Michael Afton in all of the games, I'm putting
Yeah,
him up here.
he's only put on this list once, and it's
All right,
as Michael Afton.
all right, yeah, Michael Afton all the way to the top. Oh, for me at least. I don't know if you agree.
Hmm?
All the way at the top for Michael.
Yeah, I don't think I get the joke.
What? It's not a fucking joke.
Or whatever, I don't know.
What the fuck don't you know? I'm putting him at Triple S. Do you agree or disagree?
Oh, I agree. I don't know. I had a brain fart.
You had a brain diarrhea.
Yeah. Alright, so
This
FNAF
is my
2.
FNAF Sona.
Bruh.
Who's your FNAF Sona?
Alright. I think we talked about this, and I said it was probably Cassidy.
Bruh. I try to set your
So
soul free.
I beg you.
And you refuse
no,
to leave!
I want to torture this guy!
Fuck you, I did all that hard work for fucking nothing, basically. La madre. Anyways.
You got the rest of everybody else. Anyway, now on to FNAF 2. We have the toy animatronics. Let's start with Toy Freddy.
A little lame, I'm gonna be honest.
He's a gamer, though.
Alright, B. I was gonna put him at C. But Loki is kinda
Why?
lame.
Alright. Why may I hear?
I don't know, he's my least favorite looking of all the toy animatronics, and I don't know, he doesn't really do anything. I mean, like, how is this your restaurant, but you're like the least recognizable fella here? You know what I'm saying? Like, when I think toy animatronics, the first two things that come to my mind is Bonnie and Chica. I almost forget about Toy Freddy. I think about Withered
Fair.
Freddy more than I do the fucking Toy Freddy.
Well, to be fair, Withered Freddy is put on like all of the marketing for merch, despite not ever having merch of his. But yeah, I don't disagree with him being B tier.
Yeah, man, he's just not. Like, how the fuck are you the face of the restaurant, but probably the least recognizable of your brand of animatronics? Like, what?
How are you a Freddy and yet not recognizable?
Again,
Not
like
only that,
sometimes
but
I
you
even
didn't
forget he
even do your
exists.
job right.
I just forget he exists. I mean, even though FNAF 2 is my favorite game, you'd think I'd think of him, but no, I don't.
All right, the next one we have is Toy Chica.
mm,
Richard.
mm,
Richard. I do not agree with Toy
mm.
Chica being in Triple S Plus. And why were you holding snowballs? No,
Oh, that's
no. Richard. Richard. No, no, no. We're not putting Toy Chica above the original gang.
this is like a whole separate tier. You just
Hey,
haven't.
yo! I'm not even gonna make that glow!
There's a few animatronics that. Oh fuck! Is that concrete or wool? It's wool, huh?
It's concrete.
Oh, it is. Okay. Well, yeah.
Hey, yo!
What happened, bro?
Just the name of that tier.
Yeah. What about it?
What do you mean, what about it?
What's wrong?
What do you mean?
Uh, That's where I put her, man. There's a couple more animatronics that belong here. We just gotta give it a.
Richard,
Yeah.
I swear to God, if you're going to put who I think you're going to put on this tier,
I'll tell me who do you think it is. I'm not gonna say if it is or not, but I want to see who you think it is.
no, you know damn well who I'm thinking about.
I don't know.
Next character, we have Mangle.
Mangle's my nemesis.
Hey, does that mean they deserve to be low on the tier list?
No. Mangle's still pretty cool. I like Mangle, but Mangle. Chances are you're the fellow who killed probably the best security guard of all time
Yeah.
in the entire game series, and that is just not halal mode. You're a cool animatronic. You look cool. Um, Mostly because you're kind of in bits and pieces, but not much else I have to say about you, man. I just can't forgive you for what you've done.
Uh, Same here. I would say A or B. Technically, I'd say A because the cupcake is also on A tier.
Sorry, this is unforgivable. Look, for the cupcake, it's not its fault.
All right, fair.
The,
Next
the
character we
cupcake is being
got
manipulated by a third party. I mean, I guess technically so. Whatever.
is being manipulated by the memes, Jack. The DNA of the soul
Yeah. Next animatronic.
is Balloon Boy.
No, Balloon Boy's design not that great. Not a big fan of him. He's
Uh,
annoying. Don't like what he does in the game. Like, I could already run out of power on my flashlight on its own. Why do I need Balloon Boy to make that shit worse? In terms of gameplay mechanics, I'm not a fan of Balloon Boy. In terms of looks, I don't care about him. And he's just generally fucking annoying.
that's why I put him where he should be on the tier list.
No? Balloon Boy? Yeah. I mean, look, he's a good meme. But Gameplay
We are
wise,
not including Five Nights at Fuckboy's Balloon Boy.
what the fuck is five? Not never mind.
That is a fan game. It's a turn-based RPG.
All right. I'm just gonna go ahead and pretend I didn't hear that. Um. Oh,
What?
I accidentally broke FNAF 1 Freddy.
God damn it!
All right. Who's
The
next?
next character we have is JJ.
JJ's the little girl that appears under your desk. Very inconspicuous. Very cool. I like that. And most of the time, you don't even notice she's there. She's
Yeah,
got the sneak. She's got the
Colonel.
mystery. She's just a good animatronic. But by the way, we're missing somebody so far, but I don't know if we'll get to them yet.
Don't worry about that. Next is Toy Bonnie.
There we go. Okay, there he is.
I
Toy
know I
Bonnie's.
put it. I was gonna say it next after Toy Freddy, but I was like, okay, he said that he thinks a lot more about Toy Bonnie than Toy Freddy, so let's see if he notices that I skipped him.
Yeah, I was just like, where's he? Yeah, where is he? you know, I was just like, that's a really weird order, but whatever. I love Toy Bonnie. He's one of my favorite animatronics. He's probably one of the reasons why I chose Bonnie as my favorite animatronic. By the way, in FNAF 1, original Bonnie is my nemesis, despite him being my favorite. Bruh. Um, Toy Bonnie's, I want to put him at triple S, but I have a feeling you wouldn't agree with that.
I would put him at S tier.
S tier? Okay.
Yeah, because he's the only one that actually kind of like makes me like shit bricks whenever he just goes past the mask and shit.
He is probably one of the creepiest animatronics
Yeah.
of that game, at least. You know who used to get me a lot?
Who?
Withered Foxy. That used to scare me sometimes because half the time I wouldn't expect him. Anyways, next.
Next we have is the puppet slash the marionette slash Charlie or Charlotte, however you want to pronounce her name.
Triple S. Triple S immediately.
Triple
Lore
S.
wise, fucking cool. Design
Lore
wise,
was
fucking
triple
cool.
S.
Yeah, design wise, fucking cool. Fucking. I don't like the way you have to get rid of her, but I mean, other than that, it's pretty cool. He's a pretty
Yeah.
cool character. Very important even up to like the later stages of the game. Around like FNAF
Mhm.
6, we don't really see very much Marionette after that, but yeah, very cool. I like the origin of the animatronic itself, not just the soul inside of it. I like the
Mhm.
way the souls became combined because Marionette was a security bot, obviously, and Marionette was not able to prevent the kid from being killed. I was gonna
From
say from
being
being died.
dieted.
I was gonna say from being died, and the I guess the fucking AI of the marionette just got really sad about it and just started holding the body of the dead child and fucking fused with it. And now
Phew. John.
and now also seeks vengeance against the man behind the slaughter. So,
So yeah, triple S plus.
me, fuck,
Just put the
me,
puppet.
puppet, yeah. Honestly, it wasn't even the spelling. It was just like, did I capitalize this letter by accident? I think I did.
All right. Next, we have the weathered animatronics, which I wasn't sure if they were gonna be on the list,
Yes, they were.
but I put them just in case. Yeah, the weathered animatronics. We have Withered Freddy.
Withered
If you
Freddy,
want to,
very iconic.
yeah.
Very, very
Mm-hmm.
iconic.
Like we stated before, put on all of the tags for the merch, despite the fact that he never has any merch.
He's very cool. I like him. His jump scare is kind of goofy.
Yeah.
He does have one of the weaker jump scares in the game.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. That jump scare could be used. It has high YouTube poop potential. Like
Basically.
I could imagine like his jump scare playing, but it's just like it's a like a GIF, like a loop, and it's just the fitness gram pacer test. It's a multi-stage aerobic capacity test.
Have you ever seen the How to Make Five Nights at Freddy's Not Scary?
Oh my god, yes!
I remember with like fucking Bonnie, you just go, "Oh my god, it's Justin
Ma?
Bieber!"
Oh my god, it's Justin Bieber!
Up to what game did they make those? Because I only watched for FNAF 1 and 2.
Sister location? I
Jesus
know he
Christ.
did. I know he did 1, 2, 3, and 4
Oh, okay.
because I've seen those a lot. I'm not sure if he did sister location or not.
You don't know how influential that FNAF 1 was for me.
Yeah.
It had me saying, "Pizza!"
Same.
I think it was in FNAF 2 where you use the fucking pirate song from Lazy Town. You're hard for lazy.
Hard.
Being a pirate is alright with
Pirate
me.
is-
Do what you want because a pirate is free.
So
You are a pirate.
the next withered animatronic. Oh, you put withered. I put weathered on my
I always
list.
thought it was withered, but whatever.
I always saw it as weathered, but I guess we'll keep it the same. Is weathered Bonnie.
Also, another one of my favorite. I just love the fucking faceless design. It just looks.
I would put him at triple S because of the puns. Time
Including,
to
but
face the consequences of your actions.
all right. I forget Bradley said that.
You have anything to say? Anything else to say about Withered Bonnie?
I think he just looks the coolest. Again, he's my favorite FNAF 1 animatronic too. So I don't know. I just really like Bonnie. It's partially my Bonnie bias,
Fair
but it's
and
another
reasonable.
partially he's probably just the most badass looking weather animatronic there is.
Yeah,
Like definitely.
I'd I'd say arguably it's between him or Weathered Foxy when it comes to having weathered designs.
That's true, but still, I just love weathered Bonnie. Is again, it's my Bonnie bias.
Your BB,
Huh? Well, shit.
uh, Bonnie.
I thought Balloon Boy, and I was just like, didn't
Nah.
we already? There's a withered balloon.
The next one we got is Withered Chica.
I'm not a big fan of her design. I don't hate it, but I don't think it's amazing. It's just a giant T-posing fucking chicken.
T-pose to assert dominance.
T-pose to assert kicking her in the nuts.
Alright, honestly, design-wise, and again, knowing that these characters are still possessed, even though it's earlier in the timeline,
Yeah, it's still Susie. I mean,
yeah, it's still Susie.
and Susie's pretty sick, you know. Oh, they
It's
should.
just the design that I feel brings her down to, like, I feel like at max she's an S tier,
Yeah, I agree.
but I feel she's more like around like S or A.
I'll put her at S tier, because that's where I was gonna
Alright.
put her.
Next one we got is probably my favorite out of all of the Foxies, Weathered Foxy.
Oh boy.
Well, I guess Weathered Foxy. 'Cause
Yeah, he's already
kind
pretty
of-
withered.
Yeah. S
I
triple
think
S?
this is pretty.
Alright,
Yeah, I think it's pretty. Just like no explanation needed.
Yeah.
He, gameplay
Foxy's
wise,
probably my favorite out of the original four.
I can see that. I think that was me for a while too. Then I don't know. I just for some reason had this shift, this great awakening of Bonnie ship,
Bruh.
the great Bonnie awakening.
I'm gonna check the chat for a bit, and it's still the same.
Yeah, it's been pretty dead for a while.
Yeah, how many people are still watching? Oh, it's just me.
Yeah, I
That's
think we
fine.
just started getting too lore heavy over there. That's why.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. We people could watch this after we're done with it.
That is true.
So yeah, Withered Foxy Triple S Plus. I could agree with that.
Yeah,
Next we
I
have is
I think it's just like for the withered animatronics. I mean, it's basically the same as the first fucking four. So
yeah, Withered Golden Freddy.
not a big fan of that design either.
I don't know. I prefer that design over the design she had. Well, they had in the first game.
That's true. I yeah, just I don't know. The jump scare is not that great either.
Yeah, it's just a PNG flying at you.
Yeah, it's I'd give it an S tier for me.
S tier. Yeah.
Yeah. Withered Golden Freddy.
All right. The next one we have are the two Shadow animatronics. We have
Those are fucking cool.
We have Shadow Freddy, probably the least relevant out of all of the Shadow animatronics.
Yes, sir. Again, kind of weird considering he's the fucking main character of the game technically. Well, not Shadow
Shadow
Freddy, but
Freddy?
not Shadow
But
Freddy,
yeah,
but just Freddy in general. It's kind of weird how unimportant Freddy is sometimes,
yeah. So like
especially
that
since his
and
name
that.
is in the title.
Yeah, but like that, I feel like that stacks with just how irrelevant Shadow Freddy is.
Yeah, but he does look cool.
He does look cool.
I've actually seen him in my mobile playthrough like a few years. When the game fucking came out, essentially. Uh,
Yeah.
I saw him on my phone once, and I
God,
was
I
like,
feel old.
that was in fucking 9 years ago on my phone. 9 years ago, almost a decade ago, on my phone
Yeah.
playing, or on my tablet actually, playing Five Nights at Freddy's on my tablet. To have a tablet, you're
And
either 50 years old or you're fucking 10 years old.
hey, at least you had a functioning tablet. Mine was just slow as hell.
Yeah,
So
I
where
love
do
my
we put
tablet.
Shadow Freddy? I feel like Shadow Freddy is at minimum A tier.
Yeah, that's where I was gonna put him. He just doesn't really do much.
Yeah.
He's just kind of there. He looks cool, but like he doesn't do much in the game. He doesn't do much lore wise. He just I don't know. His looks don't make up for everything that he
I
lacks in.
completely forgot he was in FNAF 3.
Shadow Freddy?
Yeah. He's the one in the mini games. I mean, he does sort of show up as like a small little Easter egg, but that's a rare screen you could get. But he's in the mini games, where like leading you to where William Afton is.
I don't fucking remember.
I remember that.
All right. Well, do you think that moves him up a
And
little bit?
no,
No. Okay.
uh, so this one I feel is like at minimum S tier. Uh, RWQFSA FASXC.
Kill yourself.
Just for the name alone.
I don't even like. Run that by me again.
All caps
Okay.
R W Q F S F A S X C.
Hmm? Why do we call him that?
Because that's his official name.
According to who?
Go right ahead. I don't want to
According to
say it.
who?
I don't want to say it.
The fucking files?
I think it's the files. I know that's his name in like Ultimate Custom Night.
He he's an Ultimate Custom Knight?
Yeah, he's one again.
Is he one of
You
the
do 50
DD?
20. Yeah, one of the Shadow DD ones.
Alright. Oh, I mean, I'm gonna put him in Shadow
Well,
Bonnie.
you're not gonna put the full thing.
No.
You want to say anything about this character?
It's another Bonnie. Of course, I fucking love him.
Shows up in FNAF 3 as well.
I don't remember the Shadow animatronics being in FNAF 3.
Yeah, in the mini games.
Jesus Christ, really? Huh.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Next we have is Endo 2.
That's the one you see in the fucking vent, huh?
Yeah, and
I saw that.
in the room where the puppet is.
I don't remember ever seeing him there, but I did
I've
see him in the
seen
vent.
I've seen pictures of him in the
Oh yeah, I've
puppet's
seen
room.
pictures of it. I'm talking about like actually playing.
Yeah.
But I have seen him in the vent. I know because I was fucking like, for a while I just kept playing for like fucking FNAF 2 over and over again, just trying to fucking
Yeah.
look, just trying to see him, and I got him eventually. Endo 2, just for all the effort I put in trying to find him.
Yeah, I'd say he's S tier.
R3 dash 2. It still looks like fucking -2. Alright, whatever.
Did you put a space between Endo and the hyphen?
I try to make sure I didn't. I don't know if I did by accident.
Maybe you did. Alright, the next one is, you guys know him. He's the one, the only, Billiam Schmafton, aka the purple guy.
Are we putting him in as William Afton, or are we putting him in as Springtrap?
We're putting him as William Afton. Springtrap does show up multiple times on this list.
Okay. Um, we're putting him as like purple digitally guy, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just
I mean, I just
ensuring.
figured we'd do him like as a character as a whole, and
Yeah, of
then
course.
like the other ones we'd also do him as a character as a whole, but also their design, like how we did with the weathered animatronics.
I see. Yeah, whether we just went off of design, we didn't even go by mechanics or anything, or lore,
Yeah.
or nothing. We were just like, yeah, he
Yeah.
looks cool. Which is
Yeah.
which is
Hey,
low key what
this
I'm
is the
trying to
R&B
avoid.
podcast. What were you guys expecting?
I don't know. I was trying to go into depth with every character, at least to talk about gameplay or game mechanics or
Yeah, but
lore,
like most of them
lore
play the
relevance.
same in FNAF 2.
That's true.
It's just a matter of fact of how fast you got to put on the mask, or if you got to put on the mask at all.
Yeah, I mean Foxy definitely plays the most different out of all of them.
Yeah.
I think the only ones that you really have to like play differently for is like Foxy and Marionette. That's it.
Yeah.
But everybody else, it's put on a
So
mask until
like
they go away.
basically when we were ranking these the original four, we were technically already ranking the withered versions because again, they're the same character.
Yeah, yeah, of course. But I mean,
But the only reason why Withered Chica's down here is because her design kind of brings her down.
yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, honestly. But it's still Susie. She's still cool. We miss her.
Yeah. So yeah, where do we put Killiam Captain?
William Afton. I like William Afton as a character. I really
I
do.
feel, I feel, because of how important he is, especially lore wise, we put him in triple S plus.
I agree. Yeah.
Because, like, you know, he's the guy. He's the villain, the one everyone's after.
Yes. He's the Dio of the series.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah, I know. It's just how true that statement is.
And yeah, he's really cool. He's probably one of the
He's
better
the
villains I've
person
seen in a long
who's
time.
he's the person whose shit everybody has to deal with.
He remained mysterious for 4 fucking games.
I know.
What kind of villain? Like we straight up showed the villain. We still have no idea who the fuck he was.
Exactly. I think that's
Again,
what I
for
love about FNAF.
I was gonna
I
say it would be nice to know what he looks like as a human, but I guess we're gonna find that out in the movie. We
oh
already
hell
know.
yeah.
He looks
We
like
already
Matthew
know who's
Lillard
gonna play.
apparently. Hmm?
Yeah. I think that's worth it. It was worth the wait to see how he looks like.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so I was always wondering, like,
He looks like Shaggy.
it looks like Shaggy, I guess. All right, old fucking Shaggy.
Yeah.
I wonder how he's gonna sound.
Like Scoob. I just killed those 5 kids.
That's the only thing I'm worried about. As funny as that would be, that would take
Don't
away
worry.
from
I know, but I think he learned his lesson from his from Scream.
maybe.
I'm pretty sure he learned his lesson from Scream.
I really want to have that really deep fucking British accent that he had, like mildly British
Yeah.
accent that he has in the games.
Mm-hmm. Have
Yeah,
you seen the interview series by J Gems?
no.
Dude, you gotta watch. I know they're fan made, but like you gotta watch those
I'll watch him.
videos. It was like interviews with like the actual animatronics or some shit like that.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like William
Uh,
Afton. He's one of my, again. He's probably just like one of the
honest.
most influential villains of anything,
Yeah.
really.
Again, just like you, everybody has to deal with his shit,
Yeah. It's
and
not a
he
concept that gets
always
old
comes
really easily.
back.
It'll get old him coming back eventually, but as of now, I still love seeing him. I still get excited when I see
Yeah.
anything related to him.
And then he turns to a giant freaking kaiju in the books.
We don't talk about that. We've excluded the books for a couple of reasons. One, there's just
Yeah.
way
Way
too
too many
many,
characters.
way too many
We
characters.
needed to
And
slim this down. We needed to trim the fat.
there's a lot of fat.
Yeah.
But anyways,
like,
yeah,
like, yeah.
and that's the biggest reason why book characters are no go. Because there's
All
also a
right.
different fucking Springtrap in the fucking.
Um,
I think the one from the Into the Pit is technically its own fucking character, technically too.
I think that's still William.
It's still William, yeah, but
Yeah.
it has its own fucking trap name.
What's its trap name?
I don't remember. I think it's like fucking Suit Trap or something stupid. It's not very
Bruh.
creative.
I see. Okay, so the next character we have the GOAT. All right, like the number one, Jeremy Fitzgerald. We gotta use a different block for him.
Yeah, I know.
Oh wait, I got an idea. I got an idea. Cause he's the bomb. I
I can
tried.
see. Fine. I'll let you have it. We only had to list it's the bomb.
Yeah.
Oops. Oh, there we go.
I feel like a little piece of you died inside when you heard that pun.
Yes. Yes, it did. And then again, I deserve it. I'm the one who decided to put a breedable tier.
Yeah, that one's on you.
Anyway, what's next?
The next we have is FNAF 3.
Okay.
Now we have the Phantom animatronics,
Oh wow.
starting
Okay.
with, to nobody's surprise, Freddy. Phantom Freddy.
I'm gonna be honest with you right now. I'm not a big fan of any of the Phantom animatronics.
Same here. I feel
Uh,
like at most they're like A or B tier.
if that.
Maybe C tier?
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm more comfortable on C tier.
Yeah.
I'm more
So
comfortable, and I
that
feel
would
sort of
mean
the same about all of them.
yeah, same here. I mean, it was like cool to like see, oh my god, it's a jump scare that didn't kill you.
Yeah, it was cool, but I'm willing to put all the Phantom animatronics in the same tier.
Yeah.
Uh,
That includes Freddy, Chica, Foxy, Mangle, Puppet, and Balloon Boy. Wait, not Balloon Boy.
wasn't there?
Hmm?
Was there not a Balloon Boy?
There is, but
But what?
just give me a second.
Are you putting your own tier for fucking Phantom Balloon Boy?
I'm not putting my own tier for
Well,
Phantom
not
Balloon
tier,
Boy.
but like you're giving him his own spot.
I'm not giving him his own spot, but you'll basically understand what I'm doing. There we go. I feel a lot better now.
All right.
Alright. I feel so much better.
Okay. So that's what makes you feel better. Then go for it.
Next we got is Springtrap.
Springtrap's pretty high up there. I love the design. Confused
Yeah,
the fuck out of me, but I still like the design.
I remember when we were calling him Salvage.
I was calling him Golden Bonnie.
Mm-hmm. No, there were plenty of people calling him Golden Body.
Yeah, I mean that's just what I thought. I'm like, there's a Golden Freddy. I guess there's a Golden Bonnie now too. Now I was like,
I was,
would a Golden Chica even work?
I don't think so.
She's already kind of a Golden Chica to begin with.
I remember there's like some people saying it was gonna be a fusion of Chica and Bonnie,
Nah,
just because of
I
the
never thought
color.
that. I see. I wouldn't have believed in fusions at the time. I was just like, huh.
What if they had fusion animatronics in the next game?
I wouldn't be surprised if that happened eventually.
Yeah.
Especially if they decide to add Faz Goo to the games.
Oh god. All
But
right.
Springtrap, he's pretty cool. I love him. I mean, it's just
I
William Afton again.
yeah.
I
I'd
think
say
William.
S tier.
I'd say S tier as well. Yeah. Oops.
That's not S tier.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I pressed the button by accident. I didn't even mean to fucking original Springtrap. Again, pretty decent design. Again, I was confused by it.
Yeah.
Um, I was just like, why is there a golden Bonnie? That doesn't make sense. After more of it was expanded upon, especially in FNAF
Michael,
4, when
don't
we
leave me here.
especially in FNAF 4 when we see, oh yeah, there's a golden Bonnie and a golden Freddy both sharing the stage together. It was just them two for a while.
Mm-hmm. And then the other characters were added.
Yes.
But yeah, I feel Springtrap belongs to be an S tier at the minimum.
Oh yeah, of course.
The next one we have is someone that I feel is a little underrated.
Ooh, okay.
The Phone Dude.
The phone dude. Is that the FNAF
Yeah,
3 phone
he's
guy?
yeah, Phone Dude. You'll be playing the goal as the security guard.
I don't remember the FNAF 3 phone calls.
Yeah, like the first two nights it was the phone dude.
I don't remember them. You put them where you want them.
Okay, where I would put the phone dude?
Yeah.
Okay, like he's underrated, I know, but I'm not gonna put him very high on. I would say he's at least an A tier.
A tier, alright, he's a phone dude.
Yeah, the phone dude.
Alright, there he is, just to appease you. What
Yeah.
is. Oh, never mind. Go
What
ahead.
does phone dude do? He's the reason. He's the reason why Springtrap ends up at Fazbear Frights.
Oh,
He's the one that found him.
I see.
Well, he was with a team, but he's the one that found him. He's like, "Yo, we found a real one."
It's fucking crazy. And most of it was just memorabilia, huh?
Yeah.
And I'm assuming he didn't know there was a dead ass old man in there.
Nope. So yeah, with that, we move on to the next game, FNAF 4. We have
Yay!
a mixture crap ton of nightmare animatronics.
Yes, sir.
Let's start with Nightmare Freddy.
Okay. Now I do want to put the Nightmare animatronics at Triple S, some of them, but I'm gonna save some Triple S space because there's some that deserve it more than others.
Yeah, I wouldn't put all of them at Triple S though.
No. Um, all the Nightmare animatronics are fucking cool.
Yeah.
They all work the same way, so it's not much really we can do about gameplay wise. I think some might be faster than others and whatever, whatnot. But
Some are just reskins of the others, which I wasn't sure how we're gonna handle that.
oh yeah, I mean, but you'll see, you'll see.
All right, let's go with Freddy. Where would we put Freddy on the tier list?
S tier,
Really?
yeah. Would you put him
Oh,
lower or
S.
higher?
No, I'd put him in S tier. Yeah.
Yeah, Nightmare Freddy. I mean, it's just Freddy with sharp teeth and looking a little scary, but I mean,
Freddy and the jump scares. I'd listen to that band.
ah, ah, silly me.
Is that Nightmare?
All right, there we go.
All right, next one is Nightmare Bonnie. Now,
um,
design
um,
alone for Nightmare Bonnie, I'd put him in triple S tier.
I agree. Again, this is also partially my Bonnie bias, but yes, I also genuinely agree.
He, like, out of all of the Nightmare animatronics, looks the coolest.
Yeah, he does look really cool. I think Bonnie's
Lore
just like the
wise,
most.
the Nightmare animatronics are just a little confusing. 'Cause, like,
Yeah.
technically, that's not what they really look like, but
Yeah, I was gonna
but
say
yeah,
Bonnie's the one that looks most like an actual animatronic, I think.
yeah. The rest are just like hellish nightmares,
Yeah, but
which
like, I'm
I
not even
get
talking about
is
like
the
Nightmare
point.
Bonnie. No,
Like
I'm not even
the
just
whole
talking about
point.
Nightmare Bonnie. But like in general, I think he's just like the most well designed animatronic.
Yeah, when it comes to the nightmares.
No, no, I'm talking just like in general.
Like out of all of them in general?
Like I'm talking just Bonnie in general, just Bonnie, base Bonnie.
Oh, out of all the Bonnies?
Bonnie as
I'm
a
sorry.
character
Okay.
is
Okay,
probably one
okay,
of the most
sure.
well designed characters there is.
Yeah.
I think he just looks cool in every iteration I've seen him in. I
Okay,
haven't seen
yeah.
a Bonnie that I'm like "Nyeh," about, you know?
Pixelated Shadow Bonnie. FNAF 3.
We didn't even rank it.
Yeah, we didn't because it's just Shadow Bonnie,
Shadow Bonnie.
but
Okay.
in the mini game.
Okay, fair.
Alright, the next one we got is the one I feel he tried too hard in. Uh, Nightmare Chica.
Yeah, I'd say I'd agree with that. It's because, honestly, I always thought, like, in the first game, Chica was the scariest animatronic
Mm-hmm.
to me. I don't know why,
Yeah.
there's just something about her. Being able to see her second set of teeth. The way she looked at the camera sometimes was just not. It was very menacing. She didn't look very, very friendly at all.
Yeah, but like when they try to like design when Scott tried to design her for the nightmare thing, I feel like he tried too hard.
I
So I
agree.
would put her in A
It
tier.
almost, yeah, it almost even gives me Withered Chica vibes. So it's just kind of.
Yeah.
And again, they all basically play the same, so it's not like we could
Yeah.
like rate them based on gameplay. Like they're all almost exact clones of each other.
Mhm. Okay, so the next one is Nightmare Foxy. I would also put him at A tier, but for like the opposite reason. I feel like he did not try at all. I feel like this is just withered Foxy, but more withered.
Withered Foxy plus Ultra.
Yeah.
Uh,
Ultra plus Max.
I like Withered Foxy.
Okay, where would you put withered Foxy?
I'd put him on S, but I wouldn't be upset or not Withered. I mean Nightmare. I think we both said Withered.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I think I'd put him S, but I wouldn't be upset putting him in A either.
I mean,
I mean, I agree. Not much.
I
He
do
still looks like Foxy.
c- compared to Nightmare Chica, I would prefer Nightmare Foxy's design over.
Yeah, I
So I
agree.
wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind him being an S tier.
Next tier? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
The next one is the Nightmare Cupcake.
I'm
Hey yo! Hey
kidding. I'm
yo!
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I mean,
You say you're up. You say you're kidding, but you're still up there.
no, he's not.
I said you're still up there.
Oh, I mean, I'm just looking at the whole fucking tier list. I don't know where to put the nightmare fucking cupcake at. He is pretty goofy.
Technically, it comes after you when you don't check on Chica.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what happens. Like
Um,
Bonnie attacks you in your room, but Chica just has her sends her cupcake at you.
that's very interesting. Um, let me look at it myself. I honestly, I've been doing most of these from memory. I should probably be looking at them myself too.
Yeah.
Especially because I don't remember what the cupcake looks like.
Really? I mean, I guess
I
you
mean, no, like
in
the original
because
cupcake,
like
yeah.
yeah, but like when it comes to Nightmare Cupcake, I could see that being a thing because like I spent time like just making the list, so of course I'd see these characters a lot more often recently.
Oh yeah, of course. Like everybody, I didn't have an issue like remembering how they look like, except for Nightmare Cupcake.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was way off with the picture I had in my head. For some reason,
What
I
were
didn't
you
imagine it.
thinking?
Well, yeah, like it does look similar. It still looks like the original FNAF 1 cupcake. It's just I don't know why I imagined it with less damage. It almost looked like the Toy Chica cupcake,
Okay,
but like with bigger teeth. But there's like no damage done to it at all.
I see.
Yeah, that's what I imagined. But yeah, obviously I see here like a damaged cupcake with like sharp teeth.
Yeah.
It looks kind of goofy. Kind of reminds me of like some fucking comedic comedy relief fucking skull character. Like I don't know
Yeah,
why I can just imagine it telling jokes and laughing evil.
I see. Like the freaking count from Sesame Street.
More like a goofy ass skeleton evil laugh, like
Oh, the Skeletor laughed and yeah.
yeah, I can imagine it laughing like that.
Oh my god, I just realized Skeletor and Papyrus laugh the same way.
Yes, they do, sir. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I mean by like the skeleton laugh.
Yeah. Yeah. You will never stop the skeleton war.
Exactly. Um, hmm. I don't know why I don't vibe with it.
You don't vibe with the Nightmare Cupcake?
No.
So you put it in A tier?
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't vibe with it, I'd figure you'd put it like lower.
I mean, I don't fucking hate it. It's not like it's not abomination. I just I don't know. For some reason, I thought it looked cooler. It just looks more goofy. I mean, not a problem with something being goofy, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep it at A tier.
All right. Next we got is Nightmare Fredbear or Nightmare Golden Freddy.
Nightmare Fredbear,
Mm-hmm.
Triple S.
I would put him at S.
I think it's just an improvement on the Nightmare Freddy look.
Okay, yeah, triple S plus.
It's an improve. Like I know it's basically the same, but there's like so many little design details that just improve Nightmare Fredbear's look. Like this is what I was preserving the S
Honestly,
tier for.
thank God thank God it's not a freaking color swap Nightmare Freddy.
Yeah, it's not just a color swap. Like yeah, for the most part it is, but there's also like a bunch of little details added to it.
Yeah,
Like I think that's the one, also the one with the fucking stomach mouth, right?
yeah.
Exactly. Regular Nightmare Freddy doesn't have that. I mean, I just think he put more thought into
Sir,
that
you
one
put
than
Nightmare Freddy.
I meant to put Fredbear. I put Fredbear. No, no, I didn't. Okay.
You're fine.
I actually
Sweet
thought I did
bear.
put. I actually thought I did put Fredbear, and I was like, oh.
Fruit bear. All right, the next one we have. Okay, I'm not sure how we're gonna do this one because, like, technically, the next two characters are the same character but with heavily different designs. But one
They're
of the
different
designs is
characters.
just a recolor. Well, a recolor of somebody else.
Yeah, different characters. I think I know
All right.
which character you're talking about.
Yeah. Nightmare, aka Death.
Yes. Slash Nightmarion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, here's why I would put him in different tiers. I really don't like Nightmarion's design.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I prefer Nightmarion's design way over Nightmare's. Mostly
Alright, I
because
see.
Nightmare is just a color swap.
It is just a color swap, and I agree. But I just really don't like the way Nightmarion looks.
Okay, but lore wise, where do we put the two?
Lore-wise, they're the same character.
Yeah,
They just appear
and the fact
differently based on what you fear the most, correct?
correct.
Like, for example, for me, it would be a whole bunch of big booty Latinas. Yeah, that's what I'm scared of. You hear that, Nightmare? Big booty Latinas. They really shiver me timbers. Um, yeah, Pablo, I told you this is gonna be a long one. I
Yeah,
say
we're
just to
still
be fair,
live.
because we both like one, and the other hates the other, like
We
kind of
put
like
them
vice
in the same
versa.
tier.
I say we put them in the same tier. We put them somewhere in the middle. I say B tier.
Uh, yeah, sure. Let's do B tier.
All right.
Because again, death doesn't really show up that often, other than
No.
4 and Ultimate Custom Night.
Yeah, exactly.
And it may or may not be whatever the hell the Stitch Wraith is. I'm not entirely. I don't remember what the Stitch Wraith is supposed to be.
Isn't the Stitch Wraith just become the after amalgamation?
I don't remember. I legit do not remember what the Stitch Wraith is supposed to be.
Does the graphic novels have Stitch Wraith stuff? Let me see.
I don't know.
I'll look at the end of it. Oh, fuck. Okay.
Next character. I'm gonna do this one.
Yeah, go ahead. Introduce the next character. No, the Stitch Wraith isn't in the. Unless the Stitch Wraith is supposed to look like a green bunny, then no. He's supposed to be a cloaked-hooded figure, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, no, he's not in the graphic novels.
All right. I put them on the tier list.
Who'd you put? Nightmare Balloon Boy.
I feel he belongs down there.
Alright.
All right. God, is our running joke is just that I hate Balloon Boy.
Hold on, lore.
Lore, absolutely nothing.
Hold on. No. Like a lore revelation just came to me.
Okay, go.
So you know how, like Fredbear has like a walkie-talkie.
Uh-huh.
So we assume it's William Afton talking to Evan through the
Yeah.
walkie-talkie, and that's how
Yeah.
Fredbear speaks to him.
Yeah.
And you know how towards the end of the game, it goes from like a really golden yellow to like like a slightly dull
Slight-
yellow.
Yeah, for the I'll put you back together line.
Yeah. And you know how have you heard of that theorized that it's Michael saying that instead?
I've never heard it. I never heard it being Michael. I've heard it being everybody but Michael.
I've heard of it being Michael.
Huh.
And and you know how it said that Michael might be inside um what's his name? Glamrock Freddy?
Glamrock Freddy. Yeah.
Um you know how Glamrock Freddy's eyes are supposed to be blue?
Yeah.
Look at the shade of yellow it is.
Wait, what?
Look at the shade of yellow his eyes turn into.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
There you go.
Oh! Oh! I'm dead! No freaking! I never noticed that!
I just did that. I just did that.
Wait, what the?
I'm responsible for my own theory.
Oh. What does this mean?
I was inspired by a Matt Pet theories because, like, you know, it's like so when Michael possesses well, assuming that Michael possesses a Glamrock Freddy,
Mm-hmm.
it's like it's his opportunity to protect his little brother that he never got a chance to protect when he was alive.
Yeah.
So it just kind of makes sense that he would want to fix him in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's. Alright, anyways, which character were we on?
Just mind blown.
I don't know, because
next
I was thinking
character?
of Fredbear. That's why, or
Okay, next character is just like I don't want to say this is a recolor. This is more like an Echo Fighter than anything else.
okay,
Jacko Chica.
Jacko Chica.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a slightly cooler.
I'd
I
say
think
it's
it
cooler
improves.
than Nightmare Chica.
Yeah, it's an improvement upon the design, so I would put it like a tier higher.
I would say S tier.
S tier, yeah. Was it Jacko Chica, right?
Yeah, Jack space O space Chica. Also, it has like pretty cool voice lines when you die to her in Ultimate Custom Night.
Did I put Jock Po Chica? Oh my.
Jack Po Chica.
Yeah, Jacko Chica counts as a separate character technically.
Yeah, it feels like an Echo Fighter.
Yeah, again, like if their like design is different, that constitutes them
Yeah,
like for example, Scrap Trap and Spring Trap. That's not a big difference to me, at least.
one's missing a whole arm, but okay.
Yeah, but well, I mean, we can make them different characters.
I think for the sake of time, we shouldn't.
Okay,
Not like
next.
it'll matter anyway. Next. Okay, so the next is Jacko Bonnie.
I don't
I
remember what that looks
no,
like.
it's like Jacko Chica, but for but for Bonnie, and I don't like it. I don't think it looks
Oh,
good for him.
yeah, I just looked at it right now.
Yeah, I don't like it honestly.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. Normally, I do like the Bonnie design, but this one just ain't it.
Yeah,
I'm willing to put that like a D
since
tier.
you're the Bonnie guy, I'll let you put where he thinks he belongs.
Sorry, Jacko Bonnie.
But you're just not it. The next one we have is another Echo Fighter,
Okay.
because this is fucking Smash Brothers now. Uh, Nightmare Mangle.
Wait, I don't remember there being a Nightmare Mangle. What? Wait.
Yeah, she was it was added in the Halloween update along with Jacko Bonnie and Jacko Chica. It's like a freaking palette swap, to be honest.
Eh. Honestly, it doesn't even look that different from regular Mangle either.
Yeah,
So again, it kind of just looks like withered Mangle.
yeah. Where would you put him?
See, because Mangle's not a bad design. It's just
I would not put it next to the Phantom animatronics.
oh, that's true. A B.
I would put it B. Yeah. Next we have is Plush Trap. I like trains.
I like bunnies.
No, because of what happens to one of the plush traps in the book.
Oh,
Really, Triple S plus?
I love Flesh Trap, dude.
Okay, the minigame is actually pretty cool. Like in concept and everything, I feel like it was executed pretty well.
No, I just like the design of Flesh Trap. I think he looks cool, and yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I could see that being Triple S plus. All right, the last Nightmare animatronic so far. We have the Freddles.
The Freddles. Those are honestly really adorable.
I'd put it Triple S tier.
All right.
I really like their design. I really like how they look. I like the mechanic of like you gotta make sure there's not three of them behind you,
Huh.
or else Freddy shows up.
Maybe that was my issue in the fucking demo. 'Cause that was all I played so far. It's the fucking demo.
But yeah, I love the Freddles. Alright, the next one is our first and only plush character. He's here, he's there, he's everywhere. Who are you gonna call?
Psychic Ren Fred Bear. I think that's another. I think this just goes without saying.
Okay, I'm gonna disagree with you, but only because the revelation he gave me, I feel like that's close to Jeremy Fitzgerald.
That's not how you spell psychic. It's puss. You gotta sound it out how it actually spells Pasichik.
Pussy, pussy chick.
Yeah.
I would put second friend Fredbear at bomb tier.
Ooh, you're right. You're right. I forgot about bomb
Yeah.
tier. Now I gotta learn how to spell Pasichik again. No, I don't.
I have it written down. I have the list. I have it as psychic friend Fredbear.
Psychic friend
Okay,
friend. Oh my fucking god.
but
What happened? There we go.
there you go. Psychic friend Fredbear.
Pasichik.
All
You
right,
see, he's there,
next.
he's
He's
everywhere.
everywhere. Who you
Who you
gonna
gonna
call?
call?
Psychic
Psychic
friend
friend
Fredbear.
Fredbear.
All right, now we move on to the next game, which brings in a new set of animatronics. It's Five
Yay!
Nights at Freddy's sister location. We're going through the fun time animatronics.
Now, aesthetically,
First,
I vibe with the Funtime
I vibe.
animatronics.
I vibe. I feel like yeah, they're both pretty cool and scary. I
Hey,
like
look,
how their
I made a
face
little Funtime
opens up
Foxy over
during their
here.
jump scare.
Yeah, Fnaf Sister Location had really big emphasis on faceplates.
Yeah,
Not too
but
sure
like I feel
why,
like
but whatever.
yeah, well, it's the look. If it wasn't for the faceplates, I'd feel like they would just be like, they would feel like a recolored version of the toys.
That's true. That is very much true.
Yeah. So first, we're gonna do is Baby, aka Elizabeth.
Really cool lore-wise, the fact that she's still loyal to her father for some reason. Really cool that like again Elizabeth Apton is Circus baby essentially at this point.
Yeah,
Um, it's crazy how she's so wild that not even Ennard fucking wants her to be a part of.
yeah. Just straight
And
up kicked her out.
yeah,
So
mm.
I would put her at either. I feel like at minimum she's S tier, but I would also put her at triple S plus.
Like Bonnie's decided she's my favorite animatronic.
I beg your pardon.
Bonnie's aside, she's my favorite animatronic in terms of
Yeah,
design. Like, there's something cute about it. I like cute things,
yeah.
as one
Same
can
here.
tell.
I really like her design. Like it
And
doesn't matter. Like I feel like just the outfit and like hairstyle and everything, you put that on any type of art style, it's going to look good.
yeah, I think design
So
wise
yeah,
she's good. I think lore wise she's good. I don't see what reason not to
yeah.
put her in triple S.
Same here.
And let's not forget about Furnace Baby.
Oh my God, Furnace baby.
The only good thing from special delivery.
Next we have is uh okay, so we have a irrelevant character. I don't know why I put these two on the list.
Who are they?
Uh, Electrobab and Biddy Bab.
I don't know. What the fuck?
Remember during I think it's the first night where you have to hide behind the table and then try to keep the door closed, or else some baby thing comes out and jump scares you.
Ugh, yeah.
That's Biddy Bab. Electrobab looks exactly the same.
Oh, okay.
They honestly only really show up for the custom night levels.
Mm. Yeah, they're pretty lame design wise. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Yeah, I'd say C tier.
Mhm. Oh my bad. I
You
think
be
it's
doing the
solid.
munching.
Mhm. Should I just
Yeah,
call them
Electro
Babs?
Bab. Yeah, just put the Babs.
That's a Family Guy reference.
I. God, is that what it feels like?
No. Babs is shopping.
Oh God, is that how it feels like? Oh God, every time I said that's a JoJo's reference, especially before you started watching the show.
Mhm.
All right, next we have is Funtime Freddy. And wait, do we put Bon Bon in the same spot as Funtime Freddy?
Mm, I guess for this character and this character alone, we'll get really technical. Or these two
Mm-hmm.
characters alone. Does Bon
Uh,
Bon have his own consciousness?
it could move on its own, and it does.
Then it's its own separate character.
All right.
Alright. Sounds fair, right?
Okay. So yeah, let's just do Funtime Freddy.
It's pretty based.
You know he was originally going to be German.
Yep, I didn't show you that.
Mm-hmm. I feel that's pretty based. Uh, I wouldn't say he's triple S plus.
Maybe yes.
S or A.
Mm, yes.
Like I'm looking at it. I'm also looking at it design wise compared to the rest of the Freddys.
I might just be simping over the pink colors.
Yeah, you probably are. I'd say A or S. I'm leaning towards A.
Towards A?
Yeah, like
Fuck it.
lore wise, most of the animatronics in Sister Location aren't really like big lore wise until they all become entered.
That's true.
Except we know that like each one was designed to capture children.
With the fucking sound discs.
Mm-hmm. And voice mimicry.
Mm-hmm. Baby does it in the game.
Yeah. So the next one is Bon Bon as the
Bonnie
Bonnie.
bias.
I would not put him triple S plus.
I think I'll put him A tier as well, since it's just like a slightly recolored original Bonnie.
Yeah, and it's a hand puppet.
Uh,
It's Funtime Freddy's hand puppet.
yeah, that's true. Honestly, it
I
kind of
mean,
looks like a
it's a
mix between Toy
robot.
Bonnie
Yeah, it
and
looks like
an
a mix
original
between.
Bonnie.
Yeah.
Put A.
A. Yeah, I'd say A. Next we got on the list. Okay, so it's Bonnet, who's
That
literally just Bon Bon but pink.
uh, simple palette swap.
Mm-hmm.
Same character.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I like pink a little more, but still.
I mean, it's set as a different character in the custom night.
Mm, how differently do they behave?
One goes from right to left, the other goes from left to right.
mm,
In the
Uh,
custom night, in like the sister location custom night thing, uh, Toy Freddy just chucks them at you and you die. But with Bonnet, it just goes across the screen. You have to click her nose. So yeah, they're different gameplay wise.
I see. Mm,
But design wise, it's just Bon but pink.
I would put them in the same tier then. So, and yeah, you can do Bon slash Bonnet.
All right. Next we got is Ballora.
Mm, definitely eerie.
Very. Especially when you see her dancing in front of you passing by.
Mm-hmm. Loki. Loki.
That's more understandable than Toy Chica.
You just don't get it.
I feel like she was put in the game so there would be different types of Rule 34 than just Chica.
Looks like Chica wasn't in the game.
Could you say that one more time? That was muffled.
That's why she wasn't in the game.
Bruh.
They make too much porn of this damn bird.
Let's put in another character. What do these guys call them? Waifus? Alright, next we have the mini arenas.
Kind of lame, Loki.
Yeah.
They kind of just like less ugly Babs.
Yeah, but like gameplay wise, what do you think of that mini game when you're stuck in the Springlock suit and you gotta keep the screws in place while shaking them off?
I don't remember it too much, if I'm going to be completely honest.
Fair and reasonable.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, just solid. I'm a healthy boy. No chips today, Bradley.
Good.
Hey, A tier, I guess.
A?
B. I don't know.
I'd say B
Yeah.
for the mini arenas. Next we
Next,
have is Funtime Foxy.
I like Funtime Foxy.
Mm-hmm.
I built the Funtime Foxy plush over here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to put it S tier at least.
I'd say A tier. Because again, most of the characters aren't really that big lore wise until they become entered.
That's true.
Next we have is probably my favorite out of all the Foxies, despite how irrelevant this one is.
A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Bradley.
Her, yeah, Lolbit and Withered Foxy are like contending for my favorite Foxy. And
Sorry,
what are you
Bradley.
doing? No! How?
You got lipstick on.
All of them do. Richard, you with that laugh and the munching.
Fine, where would you put Lolbit?
I would put her A tier.
Fine. Oh, that's
But that's
S.
just me being biased towards Lolbit. Richard, why? You
You're,
goddamn furry.
mm-hmm. Next.
Is Yendo. That's right, another endoskeleton.
I'm gonna search this one up.
You. Alright, yeah, you would need to search that one up. Yendo.
Oh, it's just One Time Freddy's Endo, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. It's one of the uglier Endo designs, honestly.
Where would you put it?
I really don't like it. Probably C or D, honestly.
I'd say C.
C? Alright.
Wait, no, D. Definitely D.
Yeah, I just don't like the Yendo, Yeah, I have seen Yendo before. I don't know. I just didn't want to be wrong.
Alright.
I just didn't want to image
Time
the wrong thing.
time for the least relevant characters on this list that are also from Sister Location.
Okay.
Well, these next three are gonna be the least relevant.
Okay.
Little Joe, Magician, and Gypsy.
Oh, yeah. That's the.
I say they're F tier.
Yeah, agreed. They all look the same too.
Mm-hmm.
What do we call them?
Just put all three of them: Little Joe, Magician, Gypsy.
What about the
F
giant
tier.
egg? That's from Pizzeria Simulator.
Yeah.
Huh? Is it Little Joe? Little Joe Gypsy Magician.
Honestly, when it came to putting these characters down, it was between Gypsy or the three human heads.
I know which ones you're talking about. Ah, Bradley, are you alive? Uh oh. Uh oh. He might come back. He might come back. We'll give him 5 minutes. Oh no. I'm gonna call Bradley right now. I'm gonna call him up.
Everything just disconnected from my Wi-Fi.
Jesus Christ, really?
Yeah, everything.
I
My
was looking.
laptop, my PS5.
Damn. Want to want to finish it off tomorrow?
I'm still down to continue it if you are.
Are you able to connect back to it right now or no?
I am checking at the moment. I may need to reset my Wi-Fi, but that'll take like 5 minutes at most.
5 minutes?
Yeah.
All right, I can wait 5 minutes.
I should have said at least, because again I need to stop this thing. Okay, yeah. Give me like 5 minutes.
You're good.
Alright.
All right. For now, the stream will be hearing me play Tank Stars. Honestly, Denise left me a voice message. I want to see what it is. Dancing, walking, rearranging furniture. Babs is shopping.
Hello? Hello?
It was an accidental voicemail. So yeah, I'm gonna play some Toon Blaster right now. Hopefully that'll properly pass the time. God damn, that sucks. This Toon Blast is very fun, guys. I'm fucking dumb. Okay. Whatever. Walking, dancing, rearranging furniture. Babs is shopping. What are you guys' opinion on the Carter Computer situation? Honestly, dude, I wish I didn't have to end the stream just to switch games. Because what I would have done right now, and I'm waiting for Bradley to restart his Wi-Fi, so we should be getting a call from him soon, or he should just be joining the party again, just to see if we actually can. But fuck, it sucks. Again, worst case scenario, we just do it another day, probably tomorrow. But damn, it's still very bad. What was I gonna say? So we're gonna get boba at Yoshinoya. Some stores already have it, but we're gonna get it soon. This Wednesday, I go to the corporate offices to get training on how to make it. Then I train the cashiers how to make it, sort of. Well, you train both cooks and cashiers. So the cooks learn how to cook the boba, like the actual pearls, and the cashiers learn how to portion out the drink. So it's gonna be like a fun new addition, I guess. Hmm. I've been planning on leaving eventually. I'm not. Past few weeks have just been very unenjoyable for me, which sucks because I used to love working there. I used to look forward to going to work. Now I don't. Now I don't. Um. Yeah, that's all I got for going on in my life right now. Just maybe might leave work, maybe not. Who knows? Today was a very stressful day for me. It's part of the reason why the podcast started so late. I was originally supposed to start at 5, then I didn't end up getting home until 6 because some dumb shit. And Bradley's
Uh,
back.
hey, for some reason everything just cut off.
They heard you. You were on speaker.
All right, good. Yeah, I don't know why, cause like my Wi-Fi didn't turn off or go out or anything. Everything just disconnected all at once.
That's weird. Like, did other devices disconnect or just yours?
My well, barely anything's connected to the Wi-Fi. It's just like my console, my laptop, and my phone.
Oh, okay.
Well, it was first my console that did it, and then I guess my laptop shortly after. But like a minute into it, that's when my phone disconnected.
I see.
But yeah, I don't know why it does that. I'm
I was
checking the
low-key
chat
hoping it
right
was a
now.
blackout.
Again?
You know why?
Why?
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh no!
Alright, hurry up and start the world, bozo.
Yeah, hold on, give me a second. I'm checking the chat right now. Yo,
Nobody
what
said anything.
happened? This, yeah, Pablo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, what happened? The stream ended? What happened? Rich, can you see the chat or are you ignoring me?
I generally couldn't see the chat.
Bruh. Okay, luckily, when my Wi-Fi cut out, I was still able to save the world.
Oh, okay, sweet. Meow, 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 meow.
Don't
Meow,
worry,
meow,
I
meow,
did
meow.
not die this episode again. Oh my god, they killed Bradley!
You're supposed to be the one who kills me to save the end of the world, remember?
I know. What if I do it by haunting you?
I mean, I guess, but I think you're supposed to shoot me in the back of the head, so.
While telling you about the rabbits?
Mm, you could just go for it. You don't have to tell me about no rabbits. Unless you're talking about some very sexy rabbits named Vanessa.
Hey, yo.
Or,
Uh, how about Jessica Rabbit?
sure. Still prefer Vanessa.
I don't know. Anyway, here's the most lore relevant character in this part of the series, Ennard.
I like the mask it has.
Mm-hmm. Same here. I would say it's S tier at min.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a perfect spot for him.
Yeah.
Lore wise, he's pretty cool too, but honestly, after Sister Location, he's not very much relevant.
Yeah.
Mm,
That's why I say S and not like triple S plus like Circus Baby.
yeah.
Alright, after that we go to Fnaf Pizzeria Simulator.
Woohoo! Yeah.
Let's start with the mediocre melodies. Starting with
Woo!
Happy Frog.
He's the lamest of the bunch.
What?
He's the lamest of the bunch.
Happy Frog?
Mm-hmm.
But ninja skills.
Um, the only frog ninja I approve of is Greninja.
Bruh. I'd
But
say B
I
or
don't hate
C
him.
tier.
Yeah, I agree. B tier is good.
Yeah, for Happy Frog.
Whoops. Well, Happy Frog. Boom.
Next is someone that I believe would be C tier. Pig Patch.
Pig Patch. Um, yeah, it's
Wait,
just a
no.
generic.
No. Pig Patch is definitely A tier. In Ultimate Custom Night, you die to him, he just roasts you and then plays on his banjo, and it sounds pretty cool. Like a
Looks
boom down
like.
down 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 down.
Does he say anything
So
racist?
no, but it kind of feels like it.
All right, S tier.
A tier.
Okay, yeah.
Uh, yeah.
I was about to write S tier.
Yeah, Pig Patch. Next we got is Ned Bear.
That's like a good A tier to me.
He's basically like Henry's version of Fredbear.
Yeah, he's like a good A tier or S tier to me.
Uh, really? That high?
Yeah, I like Ned Bear.
I was thinking like around an A tier.
He's a rather goofy individual. Yeah,
He is
yeah,
rather a goofy individual. Uh,
Uh-oh. I think it happened again. I think it happened again. It happened again. Oh no! Oh no! Did it happen again?
It happened again.
Alright, that seems like it's gonna be a trend for tonight. So I say we just call it there.
You want to do next time a R&B podcast episode 20 part 2?
Yeah, I'd say we could do it like tomorrow, even tomorrow morning.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Because we're already almost done-ish, sort of, not really. There's a lot of animatronics to go, huh?
We have plenty, but we're pretty... Oh, wait, I forgot about those. I'd say we're like 60% of the way there.
Jesus fuck, alright. I can live with that.
So, yeah, this is the end of the R&B podcast. Hopefully you'll see part 2 of episode 20 tomorrow.
Yes.
And hopefully my internet doesn't try to kill itself.
Hopefully not. Yeah, but if it's gonna keep happening like this, we may as well end it. But yeah, that's gonna be it for now. There will be a continuation of it tomorrow. It was all supposed to be done in one shot, Bradley. God damn
I'm
it.
sorry.
No, I'm not saying it's your fault.
I know, it's just that me getting Bradley'd.
Yeah.
This is legit a Bradley moment.
It is. Alright, man. Well, I'll see you whenever I can. If you can try to get online, fuck it, we'll just play games or whatever. But
Alright, let's see. We'll see what happens.
alright, yeah. But we're definitely calling the episode end for the night until tomorrow.
Yeah.
Alright. See ya, man.
We'll try to continue it tomorrow morning. See ya.
You heard it here first, folks. It is done for now.